The match between Richmond and St Kilda. Down goes the ball in the centre. In the ruck for St Kilda, number 31, Saru. He gets it down towards Elliott. He can't break clear of the centre, though. It's picked up by Bartlett. A hand pass out towards the wing position, but coming in there strongly and receiving a free kick on that occasion is Colling of St Kilda. Down in the first few seconds of the game. Hand passes on immediately over towards the centre. It's grabbed by Saru. He runs through the centre, gets his boot to the ball. A high one down to the centre half-forward position. They fly for it down there. It comes down towards Burke, but coming through there was Dittrich. He couldn't take it with him. Comes down to the ground, picked up by Bartlett. He sends it out towards the back flank for Richmond, but coming in, overrunning the ball was Green on that occasion. Then allows the Tiger defence to break clear. It's sent up towards the direction of Jess. They go up down there. No one can take the mark, though. It's grabbed off the pack there by Lachlan. Lachlan sends it down towards the full forward zone, and a mark to Roberts of Richmond. And Roberts within scoring distance, about 25 metres out from goal on a slight angle, almost a 45-degree angle, which should have no trouble in scoring from this kick, or in fact putting it right through the centre. Roberts runs in, fires at goal, but it looks to be offline. It hasn't swung in at the last moment. That's one behind only. So in the first 30 seconds of this game, or first minute of this game, Richmond one behind, 1 point. St Kilda yet to score.
Looking at the state of this game, really nothing much relies on it except that Richmond have to win, I suppose, to stay in, to make sure of staying. But there's a fair crowd here, John.
There is, certainly indeed. And there's a kick from Cowboy now down towards Saru, but Wood comes through for Richmond. He gets a hand pass across to the centre half-forward position, and they go through Bartlett. Bartlett fires it up towards goal, and almost a mark, but it's through for one behind. And Richmond now move on to 2 behinds, 2 points. St Kilda yet to score. Cowboy Neil coming in now for his second kick in this match. Sends it up towards the half-back flank position. A good kick too, looking for Saru there. It comes down the direction of Calry, but Saru will get a free kick for a push in the back, going for that mark. He goes back now looking for a lead up forward. He's going for the big kick straight down towards the centre half-forward position, or just over the centre. They fly for it down there, almost a mark to Sheedy. Play on, says the umpire, as Burke tries to play gear. But Dittrich comes through for St Kilda, gets a hand pass over on that occasion to Hughes. Hughes has a chance to shot a goal, but he's caught brilliantly in the last moment by Malthouse. Ball comes down to the ground, players roll on it, and a free kick has been paid Richmond's way to be taken by Sheedy. No, it's going St Kilda's way, and it's going to Hughes. Hughes now with the opportunity of putting that ball right up into goal. He's about 35 metres out on a reasonably acute angle. The camera right behind it on this occasion. It's a shocking kick, swings over into the forward pocket. They fly for it down there. No one can take the mark. Robertson it was, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. The throw-in to take place in St Kilda's forward pocket on the outer side of the ground.
There's the throw-in. Hunt's in front there. He'll try to take this out of the ground. He taps it down. Nobody can pick it up. It's forced through ahead there by Richmond player in Jenkinson. It is a fullback for Richmond. He'll take the kick now, driving it up to the wing position. It's a beautiful long kick too. Looking there for his teammate, but nobody can pick it up. Coming through there was Range. He fumbles the ball. Saru finally picks up a clever handball over to his teammate in Baker. Baker with a left foot kick down to centre half forward. Up flies high as Hughes, but coming up over the back there is Robertson. He forces the ball along in front of him, but it's Young now. Gives him a chance here. Young, he'll come back over his shoulder, but he can't quite kick it back far enough. Robertson's in there. Pack of players. Bex Hunt. Handballs out to Young. This is Hughes it is, rather. But Hughes has hit the post. Playing a fairly good game in his first game for a while, Hughes. Hit the post with that score. That takes the St Kilda score now. That's their first score. 1 behind, 1 point to Richmond, 2 behind, 2 points. As Jenkinson about to bring the ball back into play. Fullback for Richmond. He elects to go out on the other side of the ground. Up high. So it's St Kilda player there. Gets one in the back, but it comes down here. Over there's Malthouse. He comes back on his left foot. Kicks a short one over and finds Bartlett. Bartlett now weaves the player. Comes back on his right foot. Kicks it over there looking for Monteith, but it's over his head. Green for St Kilda. Coming through for Chura. Good play for Chura. He kicks it long down the centre half forward position. Up in the front there. A good mark, and it's taken there by Lachlan. Lachlan will go for a handball. He's looking for Roberts. Roberts can line up the goal. See if he can pick it up. He can. There it goes. What's he done? I think he's offline. 1 behind to Richmond. That's Roberts second behind. And perhaps could have been a couple of goals there to Roberts, but at the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter, Richmond 3 behind, 3 points, and Kilda 1 behind, 1 point.
Cowboy Nell puts the ball back into play. A beautiful kick up towards the centre of the ground in front there on that occasion. Which Cloak, the ball comes to the ground. St Kilda players trying to get in there to break clear with that ball, but Patura comes out with it. Hand passes over on that occasion to Edwards. Edwards fires it down towards the full forward zone. They go up there to Mark, and it's Roberts again. Now this is Roberts' third shot at goal. He's already kicked 2 behinds. He should have no trouble with this one. He's only about 15 metres out from goal, almost directly in front.
He's a long way back from his mark, John. He did this before.
Yes.
He's kicking a lot further than he has to.
Have a look. Yes, ran up further on that occasion. There's no mistake there. He's put it right through the centre. And that's the first goal on the board to Richmond. And Richmond now move on to 1 goal, 3 behind, 9 points. St Kilda 1 behind, 1 point.
Well, Richmond are in the play, John. They've certainly got the ball up there a couple of times. Roberts should now have 3 goals on the board. There's no doubt about that. The first kick he had was from that same position, but only kicked it from about 10 yards further back. That one, he ran into an open goal and should have kicked a goal before that, and that one there, which he kicked a goal. That's 3 goals he should have had. He's got 1 goal too.
Down goes the ball in the centre once again. Up they go. Cloak gets a tap down this time. It comes down towards Callery. Coming through that occasion was Bartlett. Bartlett held. Plays on immediately and gets a free kick for him. He sends it around towards the centre-half forward position and marked to Jess. And Jess now at the true centre-half forward position for Richmond has a chance to put that ball right up into the teeth of goal. There's the kick from Jess. It's a beautiful kick, but it's offline. And it's going through for 1 behind only, but a beautiful kick from Jess. And Richmond now move on to 1 goal, 4 behinds, 10 points. St Kilda 1 behind, 1 point. As Cowboy Neal kicks off.
There's the kick-off now. Cowboy Neal could be playing his last game for St Kilda. He kicks it over there towards Saru. Finally picks it up, Saru. Good play by that big St Kilda ruckman. Weaves back onto his left foot. Good play again. He goes for the handball now. Looking for his teammate in Colling, who's copped a nasty one earlier on the game, but it's finally forced through there by Patura. Patura threw the ball out in front of him. Coming through there was Gaunt, but the umpire said he was thrown out, and St Kilda will take the free kick. It's a long kick up now too, but it goes straight back to Patura. Coming through there is Green. He picks the ball up, swings it around his right foot, kicks it straight to Sheedy, the centre-half back position. Kevin Sheedy plays on, looking for a short lead up forward to Cloak, and Cloak should have no trouble. He'll play on now. Kick it over to the wing position here, looking for Roberts. Roberts flies high in front, and a good mark. Good mark from Neville Roberts. He's been playing very well. He plays on. A short kick over here, looking there for Gaunt. Gaunt plays on, has a shot at goal from about 35 metres out, just offline. 1 behind the result. And that takes Richmond on to 1 goal, 5-11. A bad start by Richmond to St Kilda, 1 behind, 1 point. Cowboy Neal about to kick the ball into play. Elects to go on the outer side of the ground. Southern side, nobody can pick up the balls. Finally, Edwards handballs over, but it's intercepted cleverly there by Colling. Colling back over to Green. Green now with the ball wide on the wing position over there. Looking for his teammate. It's knocked away by Malthouse. Going towards the wing position and the boundary line. And it's over the boundary line. Out of bounds on the centre wing position. Carl Dittrich there. Another St Kilda player could well be playing his last game. But he's allowing Jeff Saru, number 1 ruckman, to go in against Cloak. In the back of your screen there is Gaunt. Nobody can finally get the tap down, but it comes to Callery. Callery kicks it up there, but coming in well is the old reliable Francis Burke. He plays on over here looking for Jess. Jess it is. Perovic right on his tail. But Jess taps the ball cleverly in front of him. Comes around on his left foot. Very slow. Kicks the ball up there looking for Gaunt, and Gaunt should have no trouble in marking that right on his own. He's going for handball. He does over to Monteith. Monteith, will he handball back? Yes, he does, to Lachlan. Lachlan back over there to Roberts. Now Roberts, can he step for goal? He lines him up straight through the centre. Good goal for Roberts. Has he been in the play? That's his 5th kick for the game, and Neville Roberts' 2nd goal. Richmond 2 goals, 5 now, 17. St Kilda 1 behind, 1 point.
Well, there's no doubt about Roberts having control of that half-forward line, and Milton Hall doesn't quite know where he's going at the moment.
Well, he's playing in the forward pocket, but I think Barry Richardson, by the look of it, has given him a free rein to do what he likes.
Yep.
He's right up on the wing now, as you can just out of screen there at the moment, but he's right up on the wing there with Milton Hall on his right.
Umpire James now bounces the ball in the centre. Up they go. It's a tap down going St Kilda's way. Comes out to Evans on the wing. He sends it up towards the centre half forward position, but it's a mark there to Sheedy. Sheedy plays on immediately out to the wing, and there's a mark to Richmond. It's taken by Rains. Rains plays on immediately up towards the centre half forward zone. Looking for Roberts once again. Roberts has the set position from the back, but he knocks it down in front of him. Saru's in there, takes the ball from the back. He hand passes across to his teammate. There's a hand pass again out to the wing there. And O'Keefe it is who sends it up towards the full forward zone. Young's there and takes the mark. Mark to Young of St Kilda. And he'd be about 35 to 40 metres out from goal. Directly in front. Lining him up now for St Kilda's first goal. There's his kick, and what's it done? The umpire runs across. It's a goal. St Kilda now move on to 1 goal, 1 behind, 7 points. 10 points behind Richmond, 2-5-17 at the 10-minute mark of this first quarter.
So much needed goal by St Kilda, kicked by Young, and he could be a very valuable player to them now. I think he's had a little bit of a being dropped last week. He's determined to come back. Hughes, a very valuable player also for St Kilda at the moment. He's been playing very well.
Down goes the ball in the centre once again. Saru up in the ruck against Cloak. Cloak gets a tap down to Bartlett. Bartlett gets away from the centre, sending it down towards the forward pocket zone. Woods there, he goes up, can't take the mark though. Comes down to the ground. Colin grabs it. He hand passes it across on that occasion to Milton Hall. He sends it up towards the centre wing position, or the centre position, and a good mark taken there by Lofts. Lofts now, no one on his mark, plays on immediately, runs across the centre circle, fires it up towards the full forward zone, looking for Rex Hunt. He's got the situation, but the ball drops down in front of him. Coming through there is Breen now with a chance to put that ball up towards the full forward zone. Hunt's there, and Hunt takes the mark. Hunt now about 35 to 40 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle, but he's a left footer. And he should be able to swing this ball in. And there's his kick as he fires away, but it's drifted across the goal this time and through for 1 behind only. So St Kilda move on to 1 goal, 2 behinds, 8 points. Richmond 2-5-17 at the 11 or 12-minute mark of this first quarter.
Jenkinson now with the ball. Sees a short lead out here by his teammate in Patura, and Patura takes a mark at centre half back. He elects to play on out into the wing position, looking for Monteith. Monteith setting himself at the back of the pack. Can't quite take the mark, though. There's St Kilda player in front, and that looks like Elliott it is. Robert Elliott for St Kilda, taking the mark on the centre wing position. It's a beautiful long kick, too, down there, looking for Rex Hunt again. Rex Hunt gets one in the back, which finally comes over there to Richmond. Carl Dittrich comes through. The ball is brought out towards the boundary line here. It looks like going over the boundary line and out of bounds on the right in front of the Richmond players' race here at the MCG. In the ruck. Big Carl, it's his first time in there, so too is Cloak. Nobody can get the tap down, but it comes to Calloway. Calloway swings the ball right up into the centre half forward position. Hunts up, not Hunter, this. Coming through there is Hughes. Hughes has a shot at goal. Will it bounce through it? Yes. Good goal by Hughes. A very elated Hughes too. He's kicked 1 goal, 1 now, and been under a lot of notice here for St Kilda today, and that takes St Kilda now on to 2 goals, 2-14, just trailing Richmond 2 goals, 5-17.
Well, it's been a good comeback by the Saints.
Yes, well, St Kilda have kicked fairly accurately, 2 goals, 2, whereas in fact the Richmond boys have in fact kicked very poorly. It was an infringement there by the St Kilda runner. As the ball is now brought out by that free kick up towards Richmond's forward line, and there's Bartlett running for the ball. He'll trap it well. Does he get the free kick? No, but he'll have a shot for goal. Kicking it up high, but Cowboy Neal, the ever reliable Cowboy Neal, comes back and takes the mark. He'll take it out the southern stand side of the ground. Just shocking looking kick though, but luckily it falls into the hand of Colling. And a 15-metre penalty, I would say. No, the umpire said it was accidentally brushed out of his hand. It's Colling now with the ball. Goes straight down the centre, right into the centre of the ground. He's looking for big Carl. Carl sets himself, can't take the mark, but coming in over the back there is Locke. He should be able to handball it over there to Calloway. Calloway can line up the goal now from about 35 metres out, straight through the centre. Great play there by Locke. Saw Calloway out on his own. Backed up the Carl Dittrich there, over to Paul Calloway, straight through the centre. St Kilda's 3rd goal takes them into the front now. St Kilda 3 goals, 2-20. Richmond 2 goals, 5-17 at the 14-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Ball back into the centre to umpire Glenn James. Down it goes, Saru against Cloak. Cloak up by himself on that occasion, but doesn't tap it down to Bartlett. Calories in there. He manages to take in the ball. Sees a lead from out the wing to Evans, and there's the pass to him and finds him right at the centre wing position on the outer side of the ground. Evans now looking for a lead up the centre half forward zone. There's Lofts there. Can he get up from behind? And great mark to Lofts. No. Free kick. Push in the back.
Dittrich pushed Sheedy in the back.
Right, Sheedy plays on, sends it out towards the wing position on the member side of the ground. Up they fly. It's a mark there to Monteith. And Monteith to take that mark on the centre wing position on the member side of the ground. Looking for a lead up the centre half forward position. It's a big kick and a high one. Players set themselves for it. It comes over the back of the pack. And coming through there, it's very strong. It comes out to Calry. There's a pass from Calry to Lofts. Lofts now plays on, gets a hand pass over to Dittrich. Dittrich will want to kick it quickly. He does so. Drops short. Straight into the arms of, on that occasion, of Malthouse. And Malthouse goes back to take his kick. He sees Sheedy by himself on the half-back flank on the member side of the ground. Sheedy plays on immediately. Up towards the centre wing position. They fly for it there, just in front. He taps it along in front of him, gathers it in nicely, gets it over to Burke. Burke plays on. Sends it up towards the half-forward flank position. They fly for it up there, and it's a mark to Lachlan of Richmond. He gets a hand pass immediately over to Pachura. Pachura's caught, but he gets his hand pass out, and it goes back to Cloak. Cloak from the forward pocket. Oh, well smothered by Milton Hall. And the ball goes over the line, out of bounds, and the throw-in to take place on Richmond's midway between their forward pocket and the half-forward flank on the member side of the ground. Lining up in the ruck. Done it is. But Saru from behind manages to get it out. He punches it one hand and must get a free kick against him. And the free kick to go to Pachura of Richmond. And Pachura now from the, he's about 35 metres out, I suppose, at the most. Coming in now and lines up the goals, and there's his kick, and it looks good from here. Right through the centre. Another goal on the board for the Tigers. And they move on to 3 goals, 5-23. 3 points now ahead of St Kilda, 3-2-20.
Well, that was perfection there, the way he lined up that, allowing for the breeze to bring it in just over from his left. It was a beautiful kick by Pachura, and he is certainly a polished footballer. Glenn James now about to get the game underway again. There it goes. Saru's up there, so is Cloak. Saru gets a clever tap down over his back, but coming through there is range. He'll handball it up to nobody in particular, but Sheedy coming through. And also Cully. Cully beats Sheedy to the ball. Can he beat him before it goes over the boundary line? He's trapped it, throws it in front of him, push in the back, and a trip, and a 15-metre penalty. Paul Cully to take both. Takes him right up now onto the half-forward flank. Rex Hunt giving a lead up the back. Nowhere to kick it to, but finally there's a kick. And a good mark to Robert Elliott. Robert Elliott, that puts him within about 30 metres of goal on a very, very acute angle. He's lining them up now. This could be St Kilda's 4th goal. Put them in front again. Let's see what he can do. Not swinging round quite far enough, and it's just through for one behind. And that takes St Kilda to 3 goals, 3-21. Just trailing Richmond now by 2 points, 3 goals, 5-23. Jenkinson now saying, I'm going to come out this side towards the members' stand. Kicks it out wide, looking for Brian Wood, and Brian Wood takes the mark. He's going to handball over to Bartlett, but elects to kick it long. They're looking for Jess. Behind him is Perovic. Nobody can take the mark. Coming through, good play there by St Kilda player in Colling, and clever play up there to Colling. Retrieves the ball again, looking over there for Barry Breen and Rex Hunt. Rex Hunt can almost take the mark. He's being held without the ball. Must take the free kick. Barry Breen with the ball, hands it back to Rex Hunt. Robertson not happy about that at centre half back. There's Rex Hunt's kick about 45 metres out, directly in front, on his left foot now. There's the kick. It looks pretty good. It's coming back and levels out and straight through the centre by Rex Hunt. St Kilda's 4th goal takes him to 4 goals, 3-27. Now leading Richmond 3 goals, 5-23. We've been playing just on 19 minutes into the first quarter.
This game is being played in pretty fast style.
Well, it certainly is a good game of football, John, and the ground is dried right out, and we're going to see a lot of good football here today, and I think Richmond are not going to have it all their own way.
Well, there goes the ball, comes down to Green. Green taps it over his head there to no one in particular, comes down to the ground. Saru's in there trying to pick it up. He must get a free kick for a push in the back, and does so, right from the centre of the ground. There's a kick from Saru. It goes to the centre half forward zone, but it's all St Kilda at the moment. Oh, almost could have been a mark there to the Saints, but it's knocked off the ground. Oh, here's a string of hand passes over to Young. Young now with a chance to line the goals up, fires away, but he's flattened after he kicked the ball. He missed on that occasion, so he'll get another kick. Green it is with the free kick. Sorry, Young. Young it is with the free kick. He was knocked down after he had a shot at goal.
George Young also started off in the centre, that centre bounce, John. So
he did too. Yes, I called him as green, but I was surprised to see him there.
Yes, he is going to do a lot of work, I'd say, for St Kilda today.
There's the shot from him, and what's he done? He's put it through the centre. That's his second goal. Second goal to Young, and St Kilda now move on to 5 goals, 3-33. Richmond 3-5-23, so it's 10 points the difference in St Kilda's favour now as we come up to the 21-minute mark of this first quarter.
There on your screen on your right-hand side is George Young. He's still ruck roving, and I think that they're really going to use him, but I think that he's got something to prove too today.
Down goes the ball in the centre. Once again, they fly for it up there. It comes down. Saru gets a push in the back once again, and we'll get the free kick. Dunn there misjudged the flight of that bounce and managed to come in and push Saru in the back. There's the kick from him right up to the centre half forward zone. The players fly for it up there. No one can take the mark though. Comes down to the ground. A pack of players fly on it, and umpire Glenn James says, give it to me. I'll ball it up right at the true centre half forward position. Pack of players forming around the ball now. So down it goes. Hunt in there, manages to take it out, but he's given a free kick away for shepherding in the ruck. And the free kick to be taken by Dunn. He sends it out towards the wing position on the member side of the ground. Up they go, and Jess takes the mark. He plays on immediately up towards the half-forward flank position. They fly for it up there. Oh, and a good mark on that occasion taken by Baker. And a 15-metre penalty against Gaunt. Wouldn't come back on the mark when the umpire's whistle blew. So Baker now to take this kick from almost the wing position on the member side of the ground. Up the centre half forward, they fly for it up there. Comes off the back of the pack. Robertson grabs it. Hand pass over to Pachura. Pachura's got the run of the ball here, but Green comes in there. Pachura plays for the free kick, but manages to pick the ball up once again. He throws it along in front of him, but he gets a free kick for holding the man. And the free kick will be taken by Pachura almost on the half-back flank now as he gets a hand pass over to Sheedy. Sheedy runs straight into Green, gets rid of the ball. Now comes down to the ground. Burke goes in there for Richmond, but lying on the ball there is Colling, and the umpire's whistle blows. Keith rather, and the umpire's whistle blows, and a ball up will take place right on the edge of the centre circle. There's the bounce. Dunn tries to go over, but it's tapped over the back of the pack. Monteith it is, picks it up. Hand passes over to Burke. Burke plays on immediately up towards the half-forward flank position. Looking there for Roberts, and Roberts takes another mark in front of Milton Hall on this occasion once again. He's a long way out from goal this time though. Getting some short leads. But going for the long kick, and there it is. Torpedo punt kick right up into the teeth of goal. Cowboy kneels there. It drops down in front of Baker. He managed or tries to grab it in, but it's picked up there by Edwards. Oh, Colling comes through very hard as Baker picks it up. Plays on immediately. Bounces once. Goes along the outer wing position. Up they go over there. Evans it is. Gathers it in for St Kilda. He's held about the ball. No, dropping the ball to umpire Glenn James. And the free kick to go to Richmond.
Malthouse it is with the free kick on the centre wing position. He'll kick it long right into the centre half forward position. Jess is there, up over the back is Edwards, but beautiful mark by Jess. In front. He certainly can make the distance from here, some 45 metres out, directly in front of goal. And a chance to score Richmond's 4th goal and put them within 4 points of St Kilda, who have opened up very, very well in this first quarter. And he comes. It's a long kick. Beautiful drop punt kick, but I think it's going off just a little bit. No, it's through. It's his first goal and Richmond's 4th goal, taking them on to 4 goals, 5, 31. St Kilda 5 goals, 3, 33. Well, certainly Jess is proving a valuable player for Richmond at centre half forward, and I think Perovic's going to have his work cut out here today on that play. He's moving around a lot, and so too is Gaunt and Edwards. Both the whole centre half forward line for Richmond is playing very well at the moment. Down goes the ball. Saru, look at Saru there by himself. A clever tap down over towards Cowley, but coming through there was Wood. Wood will handball over, but it's intercepted cleverly by Baker. He backs through the pack. Can't handball it out there. Finally, Roberts picks it up. Here comes one round the neck. He must get a free kick for that. Wants the ball brought back to him quickly. Handballs it over there, looking for Monteith. It is Monteith back to Keane, and Keane kicks it up there, but nobody can take the mark. Finally, Collins. But Bartlett throws the ball out, looking for a free kick. He'll line the goals up here, but kicks it right off line, over the boundary line, out of bounds on the full. And big Cowboy Neil must take the free kick. Or is it going to Milton Hall? No, it's going to go back to Cowboy. Cowboy Neil on the last line of defence. He elects to go right across the face of goal, but you can't do that, says the umpire, Glenn James. He must kick over his mark. And Baker now will bring the ball back to him. St Kilda, I would say at the MCG, never really a win advantage anywhere, and this isn't the case. This is the same case here today. There is the ball brought back to Colling now. He'll kick it over towards Perovic, and Perovic has got a chance to play on here. He grabs the ball. He can play on with a long kick down there, looking for his teammate in Green. No, it's not Green. It's Evans, but in front of the pack there is Patura. Patura, good play. Handballs the ball over towards Malthouse. Malthouse now with a kick up the half-forward flank, but up there is Baker, but over the back is a good mark there by Rains. Rains now sees a short lead up here, and dripping through is Colling. Colling now with the ball on the centre half-back position. Sees a short kick over towards Baker. Not Baker, it's anyway, it's St Kilda. Beautiful kick up towards Hughes, and Hughes takes a great mark on the centre wing position. Hughes now with a left foot kick. He's been in everything Hughes for St Kilda. Sees a short kick up here to Lops, but Lops can't take the mark. He should have taken it. Might have felt there was somebody pretty close to him, but he couldn't take the mark. And at the 25-minute mark here at the first quarter, St Kilda are leading Richmond 5-3-33, Richmond 4-5-29.
There's the throw in. Dittrich in front, gets a tap over the back. It goes to Robertson. Comes out now. Players going in hard here at the MCG, and umpire Ken Quinn says, "Give it to me, I'll ball it up." We're right on St Kilda's half-forward flank on the member side of the ground. Down goes the ball. Dittrich is in the ruck. He gets in front there, gets it down to Cowrie. Cowrie trying to get out of the pack, gets it out. On that occasion to Hughes. Hughes can't judge it though, but he's playing it along in front of him, and he picks it up finally. Swings it round to his left boot. Sends it up towards the full forward zone. They fly for it up there. The ball comes down to the ground. No one can get it. Hunt tries to kick it off the ground. Oh, that's a goal. Yes, it's a goal. Yes, it is by Green. Good play there by Green. And St Kilda now move on to 6-3. 39. Richmond 4-5-29. And we've been playing a minute and a half into time on in this first quarter. Good play there by Green.
Yes, he was in two minds whether to pick it up or kick it off the ground. He did either, did both.
Yeah. There goes the ball down in the centre. Saru gets a tap down. Cowrie's got the run on the ball this time. He'll be able to fire it right up to the teeth of goal. He runs around, now fires it up towards the goal. There's no one there at the moment, but the ball will bounce up in the air. And, almost grabbed in there by Jenkinson. But the ball goes over the line and out of bounds in St Kilda's forward pocket. Waiting now for the throw-in. And it's Dittrich against Dunn. Dittrich from behind. It comes straight down to Elliott. Elliott puts it onto his boot. What's he done with it? It was touched. Luckily for Richmond, it was touched, and through for one behind only. So St Kilda now move on to 6-4-40. Richmond 4-5-29.
Well, Richmond has certainly got an uphill battle here at the moment, with St Kilda putting a lot of pressure on them in the first quarter as Jenkinson brings the ball back into play. There's Lops. Coming through there is Robertson. Good play by Robertson as he brings the ball forward. A beautiful kick right up into the full forward position, but Barker there takes him out in the last line of defence. This is Barker's first kick. She's a short lead out there by Saru. Can he take the mark? He does, but the umpire doesn't agree. He picked the ball up now. That's good play by Saru. Back on his left foot. Kicking out, but he's kicked it straight to Monteith. Monteith traps the ball now, coming back on his left foot. And sees a short lead over here by Bartlett, and Bartlett takes the mark some 35 to 40 metres out on the fairly acute angle from kicking from this way. It's always very hard to kick a goal from out this side because the wind from the stand does drift it across a little bit. Let's see what he can do now. It's Kevin Bartlett. 35 metres out would be a very valuable goal for Richmond. Drop punt, there it goes, right up the side of his boot. A shocking kick by Kevin Bartlett. Out of bounds on the full, Cowboy Neil to take the ensuing free kick. Poke on his mark, it's a big Cowboy. He'll kick it as long as he can down in front of the members' stand. There's the kick now. It's not a very good kick, but it's going to fall straight in the hands of Lofts, and Lofts should have taken the mark, but he didn't. Cleverly tapped out of his hand by Bartlett, picked up there by Dunn. Dunn back to Monteith, coming through again as Bartlett. He gets a trip. It's a definite trip that by Milton Hall, and Bartlett on a very acute angle here, same distance out as he was before. Will have a shot for Richmond. Let's see what he can do with this. That's a better kick. It's a much better kick. In fact, I would say it's almost through. Yes, it is. A good kick by Kevin Bartlett. That's his first goal, and certainly made up for the one he kicked out of bounds on the full before. And it takes Richmond under 5 goals, 5-35. Trailing St Kilda at this moment, 6 goals, 4-40. 5 minutes now played in time on into the first quarter.
And this first quarter has certainly been played at electric pace as they balls back to umpire Glenn James in the centre. Down it goes, Dunn against Saru. Dunn gets a tap down this side. Oh, almost chipping in there well was Green for Young rather for St Kilda, but it's Richmond who get it away from the centre. There's a tap across to Bartlett, and here's a chance now as Bartlett can line up the goals. Oh, he took too long. Took too long. And this has allowed the Saints to go through Perovic up towards the wing position on the outer side of the ground. It's a high one, and almost a mark there to O'Keefe. O'Keefe plays along in front of him. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. It's Edwards and Eds, or Jess rather, who forced the ball over the line out of bounds, and the throwing to take place on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Waiting now for the throw in, and Perovic's going to jump in front of Dunn this time. And Perovic almost got the tap down, but scooped out nicely as the Tigers go forward once again up to the full forward zone. Barker from behind, and it's a push in the back. Lachlan of Richmond to get take the free kick. And he's a matter of 35 to 40 metres out from goal, directly in front. Lines them up now. There's his kick, but it could be offline. And it is, one behind, so right on the siren, Richmond finished the quarter on 5-6-36, trailing St Kilda 6-4-40.
Play about to start of the second quarter here at the MCG between Richmond and St Kilda. Richmond 5-6-36, trailing St Kilda at the moment 6-4-40. As the ball's brought out to the centre wing position, and St Kilda in the main here, because there was a push in the back to Milton, but Baker picks the ball up, kicks it over there looking for George Young, who's now on the ball, and I think George Young is going to be used a lot today. George Young with the ball right in the centre of the ground, sees a short lead up there by Robert Elliott, and Elliott takes a mark in front. Kicking towards the scoreboard end, St Kilda in the second quarter. There's the lead also there by Barry Breen. Can't quite take the mark. Coming through there is Malthouse it is. Brings the ball out there looking towards Edwards, but Colling in front. Taps the ball over. Edwards retrieves well. Good play by Edwards. He tries to handball out there to Monteith. Coming. Nobody can pick the ball up. Monteith with the ball underneath him. What's the umpire going to do? He's going to play a free kick to St Kilda. And it's going to George Young. George Young with the ball on the centre wing position. George Young, 6th kick for the game and playing very, very well. There's the ball going right up there looking for Saru. It's tapped down cleverly to Cowley. Cowley's got one over the shoulder, but it's picked up by Malthouse, and Malthouse throws the ball out in front of him and is caught without the ball and takes the free kick. A handball's over to Robertson, and Robertson with the ball now on the half-back flank, kicks it over the centre, but there Perovic should have taken the mark, can't quite do it. Ditwick handball's over to Perovic now. Perovic with the ball, kicks it long into the centre half-forward position. Waiting there is Malthouse over the back there is Keane. He'll handball over to Bartlett. Bartlett now with the ball, going for a bounce, but elects to kick it high up there looking for Edwards over the back. Towards a push in the back. Carl Dittrich comes through, the big Carl. Taps the ball out over the boundary line, out of bounds on the half-forward flank for Richmond. 2-minute mark in the second quarter. Scores still the same. Richmond 5-6-36 and Kilda 6-4-40.
There's the throw-in. Dunn gets it over that time to Edwards. Edwards bounces on once, tries to get a hand pass across, does so nicely, and what it is, sends it up towards the full forward zone. In front there is Lachlan, and he takes the mark. Good mark to Lachlan on that occasion. Hotly contested there by Cowboy Nell, but managed to take that mark. And he's only a matter of 10-15 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle. Runs in now. Hasn't kicked a goal as yet, but it looks as if he has now, and there's his first goal on the board. First score for the quarter, and Richmond now move on to 6 goals, 6. 42, St Kilda 6-4, 40. So Richmond have hit the front by 2 points in the opening 2.5 minutes of this second quarter.
Third quarter. What is it? It's the second quarter. Cold.
Certainly is. Well, the Tigers opened up like this in the first quarter, of course, and St Kilda came back with a vengeance. And I doubt very much that Ross Smith would like St Kilda to allow Richmond to get away like that in that first quarter. Anyway, there's the bounce in the centre. It eludes the ruckman. Elliott up there. The players coming fighting for it. It's kicked off the ground out towards the half-forward flank position. But it's all St Kilda at the moment. As Dittrich is in there shepherding away on that occasion for Baker to come in and take the ball. It's the boost from the crowd, but it comes down to Robert Elliott. Elliott now sees a lead up in the full forward zone, and oh, good goal. No, it's Hughes on that occasion. Dropped the mark, and it's a push in the back now. He'll gain the free kick. And he's about 35 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle. And has a chance here to line them up. Hughes has already kicked 1 goal for the Saints. And there's the kick. And it looks pretty good from here. And it's right through the centre. So St Kilda have another goal on the board. And St Kilda now regain the lead. They move on to 7 goals, 4, 46. Trailing Richmond 6-6, 42. Well, there was a quick reply there by the Saints. Got it down there to Hughes, who should have taken them up, but he got a push in the back. But down goes the ball in the centre. Dittrich on this occasion gets a tap down. It goes right down to the centre half forward zone. Oh, nicely tapped across there as the Saints go forward, and oh, Lofts is held. And he'll get the free kick right on the edge of the centre square. Lofts now with the leads coming up from the full forward zone, but he decides to go for the big kick. That's right up into that full forward zone. Hunt from behind, but can't take the mark. Comes down to the ground. Players racing in after it. Leading in the race for the ball there is Keane of Richmond, but it goes over the line and out of bounds. And the throw-in to take place in St Kilda's, or midway between the forward pocket and the half-forward flank on the member side of the ground. There's the throw-in. Cloak from behind, taps it down nicely, and the Tigers clear up towards the centre wing zone, but the bounce eludes everyone as Baker taps it across on that occasion to O'Keefe. O'Keefe sends it into Curry at the centre half-forward zone. Curry had the opportunity there to play on, and finally does so. And he's grabbed, and he was knocked as he went past, and he's gone down. The umpire said, play on. This is allowed for Chera to go out. He can't do anything with it, though. He plays it along in front of him. Pachera's there. He gets the... there he gets a knock as he goes past from Baker, and the umpires there are coming in, and the umpire goes over there. And the crowd cheer madly. That's the bit of spite coming into this game now as Dittrich goes back onto the mark. Pachera it is. With the kick up towards the half-forward zone. Jess in front, and he takes the mark. And cops one for his trouble. Just now from the midway between the centre half forward and centre half forward and half forward flank position. So he's a fair way out from goal. There's his kick. It's a beautiful kick too, right up into the teeth of goal. Players fly for it up there, and it's a mark. Going to Richmond, and it's Roberts. Roberts plays on immediately, fires a right goal, and puts it right through the centre. And that's Roberts' 3rd goal for the match. And Richmond now move on to 7 goals, 6, 42. St Kilda 7-4, 46. 7-6, 48, I'm sorry. 7-6, 48. Richmond, St Kilda 7-4, 46. And the crowd booing the umpires at the moment.
Well, it was certainly a little bit of rough play there at that particular stage, John, but Richmond have got back into the game now with Dittrich. A good tap out to Dittrich, straight towards Lofts. But coming through there is Rains. Rains cops one, and umpire says it's a free kick going to Rains. A little bit of howdy-do. Young gets tripped, but Rains, Francis Burke goes back and gets the ball for young Rains. He brings the ball forward now. No one there for Richmond, and it's a clever mark there taken by Baker. Baker with the ball on the centre wing position, kicks it right over to the centre of the ground, and Hunt there should take the mark. He does. Rex Hunt right in the centre of the ground. The ball's not thrown back correctly to him. The umpire said it wasn't a 15-metre penalty, though. Yes, he did. 15-metre penalty. Roberts brought back on the mark. Rex Hunt should have got the Ball moving much quicker than that. As he kicks the ball right up high into the centre half-forward position. Breen's over the back, can't take the mark. Sheedy's in there, kicks it cleverly over to Bartlett. Bartlett now with a left foot kick looking for Rhys. Coming down the wing position, but there again is ever reliable at this stage. Baker, and Baker takes the mark. Gaunt gives him one for his corner, and another one, and a 15-metre penalty. Baker now with the ball midway between the centre wing position and the half-forward flank. He kicks it high up there looking for Hunt. Players set themselves as a stack of players in for the ball. Nobody can pick the ball up. Finally, Bartlett kicks a left foot kick over here looking for Rhys, but it's finally over the boundary line, out of bounds, right in front of the member stand. Gaunted is there with the ball, and the boundary umpire coming in to throw the ball in. And the game is certainly hotting up here in the second quarter with the big Carl there in against Cloak. Nobody can get it. Bounce off the back of Carl Dittrich. Cloak comes through. Forced over the boundary line, out of bounds, in front of the member stand, exactly where it was before. St Kilda now 7-4-46, Richmond 7-6-48 at the 7-minute mark, the second quarter.
Up they go, Dittrich gets it down, but Bartlett sharks the attack, gets it over to Rhys. Rhys sends it out towards the centre of the ground. Perovic's in there, but it bounces over his head. Saru grabs it in, though he's grabbed, he's held. He's still held. Play on, says the umpire. And coming out with the balls is Edwards. Edwards now fires it up towards the centre half-forward zone. No one can fly for it up there. It's Lachlan in front of Barker on that occasion. He plays along in front of him. Still keeps it going. Handpolls it out. But calling it is for St Kilda, who chips in. Drops it onto his boot, but sending it out there. Oh, it goes through Wood's hand. And Hughes it is able to pick up. He's got everyone on his side. Now as Lofts is there. Takes the mark. Gets it over to Breen. Breen now ready to fire it on. Get it over to Young, but he sends it instead down to Cowrie. And Cowrie takes the mark in the forward pocket. Good play there by Francis Burke on his mark. Stopped Cowrie from playing on, but that's a short pass and it finds Young. Good play St Kilda on that occasion. Young, who's kicked 2 goals so far. He'll be 35 or 40 metres out from goal on a reasonably acute angle. At least 45 degrees. Lining up the goals now as he comes in. Fires away, it could be drifting away. In fact, it hit the post. So 1 behind 2 St Kilda, and they move on to 7 goals, 5-47. Richmond 7-6-48. So it's 1 point the difference.
There's the ball brought back into play now by Jenkinson. Is up as Patura, but it's cleverly tapped over there by Lofts. It is that he kicks the ball long, but it's offline and out of bounds on the full. And Kevin Sheedy will take the free kick. Well, Richmond has certainly had a lot of pressure applied to them here by St Kilda. And Big Carl there on your mark has done reasonably well in the ruck. He's been in a lot of vocal support from the Richmond supporters too, but he is a team man and he's shepherding well and playing a good game for St Kilda. The ball's brought in. I don't know what the decision was to have another kick by Sheedy, but that's what's going to happen. Kevin Sheedy in the last line of defence. A very, very awkward position there to kick in from. As you can see, he's got to come on this side, on the right-hand side, now on your screen of the point post. There's the kick. It's a long, tall, high kick as Saru there, but there's Robert Elliott in front of the pack, takes a mark. He wants to get it on quickly while there's very little down in the goal squares. He kicks it long, looking for big Carl Dittrich. Carl goes up, almost takes a mark, but he can't quite get it as Bartlett is with the ball. Kicks it high and out of bounds on the full, and Paul Cowley must take the free kick.
Bartlett's down.
And Francis Burke came in and had a few words to Big Carl. And you saw that there. Not necessary, Carl. I think you'll understand why. Not necessary to do that as you're going back. But anyway, Paul Cowley now is still going to take the free kick. Nobody's going to give him the ball. Gaunt's on his mark. Finally, it's O'Keefe that takes the ball back to Paul Cowley. He's almost on an impossible angle to score, but he's going to have a shot. It's a boomerang kick. What's it done? It looks like it's gone through. It's a magnificent goal by Cowley. And that's St Kilda's 8th goal. Took a long time to kick that ball, but a great kick by Paul Cowley. 8 goals, 5-53. Now leading Richmond 7 goals, 6-48. And that's Cowley's 2nd goal.
Well, I don't know about you, Doug, but I think these St Kilda have unsettled Richmond.
I certainly have at this stage.
With their play.
Yes, they have, and Saru's playing a great game in the ruck. There you can see him tap the ball down again, but it comes straight to Patura, and Patura around on his left foot, kick it down looking for Jess, but it should be Perovic who can trap the ball, but he lets it go through to Edwards. This is a chance for Richmond now. with a left foot kick up there looking for Robertson. Robertson's coming out. Can he take the mark? He does. Not Robertson. That was in fact done. They look alike, only one hasn't got a moustache. One's got dark hair, the other one's got fair hair. But their numbers are on their back. That's what makes it hard. There's Dan Dunn now coming in to have a shot for goal some 30 metres out. There's his shot. Will it swing back? No, it's offline and one behind as a result. Well, out of bounds on the full. It swung right across. Out of bounds on the full, and Baker will take the free kick.
Baker now plays on immediately, but he must kick over his mark. And the umpire, Glenn James, brings him back. Baker it is. Put the ball into play. There's his kick up towards the true centre-half back position, looking for Perovic, and Perovic's taken the mark. Good mark to Perovic on that occasion. He was going up from the back of the pack. So Perovic from the centre-half back position, looking for a lead up at the centre-half forward. It's a good kick too, looking for Rex Hunt up there, but it's right over the back of the pack, and a safe mark is taken there by Keane. Keane plays on immediately up towards the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Oh, it's a good mark. O'Keefe, no, Colling it is, and a 15-metre penalty ensures. As Colling went up there, he gets a hand pass over to Milton Hall. Milton Hall fires it. Oh, shocking kick right off the side of the boot, but this could be interesting as it goes over the back of the pack. Monteith, Callery picks it up now, runs around, gets it over to Dittrich. Dittrich fires away at goal. What's he done? He's put it through the centre. That's his first goal for the match. And Carl Dittrich playing one of the best games I think he's ever played this season. Here at the MCG today, and St Kilda now move on to 9-5-59, Richmond 7-6-48, and we've been playing just on 14 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, certainly Carl Dittrich has livened up, and I think he's put a little bit of a wind in the sail of a couple of Richmond's players, and I think that's his great value at the moment. The umpire was about to bounce the ball then, but there was a little bit of disturbance going on just off to his right there. Down it goes, and St Kilda with a fancy lead at the moment. Saru taps it down, but it's Patura over to Wood. Wood now has got a paddock in front of him. He kicks it right down there, but Barker in front. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Tapped out in front by Milton Hall. He hasn't got the ball. He's thrown, but the umpire says play on. It's finally picked up there by Lachlan. Lachlan over there to Jess, and Jess has a shot at goal, but it's offline and one behind as a result. Jess, it's his second behind for the match. Cowboy Neal kicking in, but he's not playing at fullback, Cowboy Neal, but he's doing all the kick in after the behinds. He's going to elect to go straight down the centre, and it's a beautiful kick too, landing right almost on the line. Perovic up over the back, taps it, but it's Edwards who picks up the ball. Left foot kick up towards the centre half forward, full forward position, up over the back is Roberts, can't take the mark, and Milton Hall taps it out. Clever shepherded there by his teammate. Now he'll get the ball back to him. That is Baker. Baker handballs the ball to himself, throws it down in front, then picks it up again. Coming through there is his teammate in Baker, gets it back to him again. It's a beautiful play by Baker. Is a handball over there, a long handball over towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe now sees a short kick out here towards Young. Young's got the ball in front of him, but he's got close behind him. Handballs over to Dittrich. Can Dittrich trap the ball? He can. Handballs back again over towards O'Keefe, but it's over the boundary line on the forward pocket position in front of the members stand here. Good play by St Kilda. They brought that ball up well, and all credit there to Baker. Baker handball to his teammate, went back, picked up the ball again. There's Dittrich in the ruck, so too for Richmond is Dunn. Dunn gets a tap down, but it's come through there to Elliott. Roberts is in there for Richmond, and Roberts must take the free kick. That relieves the pressure for Richmond. In the back pocket, he's taking his time now to bring the ball back in. It's a drop kick and a 15-metre penalty by Glenn James, bringing the player back on his mark. That's Hughes, is it, or Elliott? And Roberts now will take the free kick. Elliott on his mark on the half-back flank for St Kilda.
Right, now there's the kick. Another drop kick out towards Rains. Rains takes the mark, was almost going to hand pass over to Burke, but decides to run through the centre. Kicks it down towards the forward pocket zone. The play from down there, no one can take it. It comes out to Saru. Saru with plenty of time now to get it over to Callery. Callery plays on from the centre of the ground. There's another long hand pass into the centre. Hit back to Callery from Lotts. A good play as Callery fires it up towards the centre half forward zone. A shocking kick though. This allows Robertson to come through. Played along in front of him. He's grabbed by Elliott. We can't do anything. It's Carl Dittrich comes in hard, taps it out. St Kilda on their way now. And Spree can't pick it up though. He finally does so. He spreads it around his left boot, sends it into the forward pocket now and takes the mark. Great play, St Kilda. And good play there by Dittrich. Hunt already kicked 1 goal, has now the opportunity. He's on a fairly acute angle. He'd be about 15 metres out from the goal, but firing right from that forward pocket from his left boot, and he fires away, and what's he done? It's through the centre, and another goal to St Kilda. And St Kilda now move on to 9 goals 5, 59. Sorry, 10-5, 65. Richmond 7-7, 49.
It's not your fault, John. They're taking the time to...
Yes, they usually say quickly. They usually beat us. But there we are, St Kilda 10-5, 65, Richmond 7-7, 49. And a good break now by the Saints. They've really taken this game up to Richmond in this quarter. There's no doubt about that as the ball goes down in the centre. Saru tries to get it out. Oh, it goes over to Kelly once again. St Kilda forward up towards the full forward zone. Almost a mark, and it's being claimed and given to Young. Well, Young came in from behind. I thought that his opponent had touched that ball on that occasion.
He definitely snatched it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a mark, but...
Young came over the back, snatched it out of his hands. He's already kicked 2 goals and was paid the mark. And now he's lining up for goal number 3 and goal number 11 for St Kilda. There's his kick. The goal umpire hasn't moved, and it's right through the centre. And St Kilda now move on to 11 goals 5, 71. Richmond 7-7, 49. And we've been playing just on 18 minutes into this second quarter.
Well, that's certainly a great break for St Kilda, and brought about, I think, up on the forward line by Carl Dittrich, who has put the fear of God into a lot of players. There's a lot of the Richmond players up there, the back line, and he's paved the way for his smaller players, and especially Kelly, who is coming through and taking everything. There's the play now. It's fairly picked up by Roberts, who's been a good player for Richmond. He kicks it to nowhere in particular, right on the centre wing position. Coming through is a good mark for Gaunt. Must be played. Gaunt plays on. Trips over. Lau keeps it coming. Grabs him, but Gaunt picks the ball up again. Kicks up into the centre half forward position. It's tapped forward there. Colin comes through. Can't quite take the mark, or traps it in. Bartlett finally has a shot for goal. Look what he's done. He's put it through. Great goal by Rhett Bartlett. That's his second. And Richmond's 8th. And that takes Richmond at 8 goals 7 now. 58-7, 55. Still trailing St Kilda though by 11 goals 5, 71. Good play by Bartlett. That's his second goal. Kicked 2 goals 1 and brought St Kilda a little bit closer now back to St Kilda. There goes the ball. Calloway's in there. So too Saru is up over the back. Saru finally must give a free kick away to him. Saru will play on to the left foot, but his umpire said you've got to come back and kick over your mark. And quite rightly so. Jeff Saru playing a great game in the ruck. Relishing balm being out of it, I would say, for Richmond. He kicks the ball down looking for Hunt. Hunt's in front. Can he take the mark? He's pushed in the back. The umpires played on. Picked up their boat. Richmond finally it's Malthouse it is. Throws the ball out in front of him and grabbed without the ball. Cowley comes through, takes the ball away from Malthouse, but Malthouse now free kick. Big Clow comes and stands on the mark. Malthouse just off centre wing position for Richmond, taking his time to play it on towards the centre half forward position. Nobody can take the mark. Cowboy knew it's a gigantic punch out towards Cowley. Locks traps the ball. Cowley's there with the ball. Must be paid a free kick. He didn't have the ball. Gaunt doesn't agree with umpire James, but Kelly it is with the ball. Off the side of the boot, but looking for Hunt, and Hunt should take the mark. And the 15-metre penalty. That will put him almost within scoring distance now. Burke came over the back, and he's some 55 to 60 metres out. It's a long drop punt right up there, looking for big Carl. Carl from over the back can't take the mark, but it's Young. Picks the ball up. He'll come back on his left foot. Kicks it over there, looking for Carl. Carl can take the mark. He does. So mark that Carl did reach some 15 metres out, right on the corner of the 10-yard square, and he should have no trouble scoring. He could have a little trouble kicking a goal, knowing Carl. But what a second quarter he's played for St Kilda. Lining them up now for St Kilda's 11th. He's already kicked 1. And as I said, had a little trouble scoring a goal. It's 1 behind. Now players come up to him and said, well done, but he should have kicked the goal from there. Takes St Kilda now on to 11 goals, 672. Richmond 8-7, 55 at the 22-minute mark here in the second quarter, with Jenkinson about to bring the ball back into play for Richmond.
There's his short pass up to Patura, and Patura has no trouble in taking it. He's on the half-back flank now, swings it around towards the wing position on the member side of the ground. Baker's there in front, he's grabbed, he'll get a free kick. And Baker it is to take the kick. Gordon not too happy. Umpire James saying get that ball back straight away. As Baker now from the centre wing position on the member side of the ground. Looking for a lead up forward, but he's going for the big kick, and it is a big kick too, right up into the half forward zone, and a mark taken there by Edwards. Plays on immediately. Up towards the centre wing zone. They fly for it up there, almost a mark to Gaunt from behind, but hit off the ground by Perovic over to Calry. Calry now with a short pass up to the forward pocket zone, and a good mark is taken there by Young. And
he put that on.
Batura, I think Batura just ran past him. Yeah. He felt the breeze. But anyway, all's fair in love and war. There's Young now with the opportunity of putting that ball right up into the teeth of goal. It's a beautiful kick from Young. It's going to land right in the goal square. In fact, be forced through for one behind. So St Kilda now move on to 11 goals, 7-73. Richmond 8-7-55. And we're at the 22.5-minute mark of this quarter. Well, it's play on now as it comes back to Jenkinson. He runs around, sending it up towards the wing position on the outer side of the ground, and the St Kilda player there allowed Monteith to take that mark by turning his back on the ball as he gets it over to Burke. Burke now from the wing sends it out towards the centre half forward position, looking for Robertson. Robertson in front will take the mark, and he's held by Milton Hall, but he plays on again as he brushed Milton Hall off, fires it up towards goal. It's swinging across the front of goal, and a good mark was taken there by Cloak. Cloak plays on, gets the pass, and he finds Monteith. And Monteith now in a much better position than what Cloak was. Even though Cloak was much closer to goal, Monteith is about 25 metres out, and he's on a 45-degree angle. Chance here for the Tigers to score a goal. There's the shot from Monteith, and it looks pretty good. What is it? No, it's a behind. It must have gone right over the top of that post. So Richmond 8-56 and Kilda 11-7-73. As the ball comes back to Cowboy Neil, ready to put it back into play.
He selects to go the outside of the ground. It's a beautiful long kick too, right up into the wing position there. Tapped away, tried to be tapped away there by Hughes. Finally Perovic picks it up on his left foot, brings it over there looking forward. Green and Burke. Burke cleverly taps it away in front of Green and goes after the ball and retrieves it, but forced over the boundary line by Curry, and the ball waiting now to be thrown in. Kevin Sheedy there on the screen. See the sign, Kevin Sheedy. He hasn't played that well today. There's Dunn and Dittrich. Dunn finally gets the tap down, but coming through is Hughes with a left foot kick, kicking it very, very high. Jenkinson's got the set position and can should take the mark. Can't take it. Carl cleverly clapped over there to O'Keefe. O'Keefe with a left foot shot brings it back to Young, and Young takes the mark right out in front of goal, some 35 metres out. Should have no trouble in scoring from here. Already kicked 3, and has been a dynamic player for St Kilda today, as too has a lot of St Kilda players. There's the kick. The umpire doesn't move as it did the last time, straight through the centre. Young's 4th goal, St Kilda, it's 11th goal, and St Kilda go on to 12 goals, 7-79, with a good lead, a good break at this moment over Richmond, 8-8-56. At the 24-minute mark here in the second quarter. And what a great quarter it's been by St Kilda. They've kicked 6 goals in this quarter to Richmond can only manage 3. So in fact double their score for the quarter, and that's good football by St Kilda. As the ball is about to be bounced again, Saru in there, relishing the game today. He taps it down over looking for Collingwood, but Patura comes through, is not held. He waits for the free kick. Monteith coming through. He feints it. He gets it though this time, and deserves it too, as Monteith on the centre wing position. And a 15-metre penalty by umpire James. Monteith now plays on with a kick right up there looking for Edwards. Edwards should take the mark, and he does, and puts him within scoring distance too, some 45 metres out. With the breeze just over his shoulder though, as Edwards now lines up the goals. It's not a good kick. It's swinging right into the 10-yard square. Cowboy Neil's over the top. Barker, as though, takes the mark in front of the pack, and the free kick. And Barker, I feel today, is not really relishing the game out there. Is not playing very well at all. He kicks the ball right up there. Colling taps the ball over in front of him, but coming through there is Edwards. Good play by Edwards. There's a left foot kick, and he sees a short lead out here by Bartlett, and Bartlett takes the mark and the free kick. And it's very hectic there towards the left of the screen.
It's on now.
It's certainly on.
It's all on now.
Players
And
coming
this
from
is what the
everywhere.
players, I think, we're waiting for. Something to spark it off there. They can all have a go.
I
They're
didn't
all
think
in
it
there.
was that bad for Bartlett, although we couldn't see from here, but he certainly cut one there and went down. He's in the hands of the trainer at the moment, just to the right off screen. There he is there in the hands of the trainer. Couture is saying something to him, and I don't think he's in a very fit position at the moment. It didn't look bad, but he certainly did cop one as he went through. Not very happy at all at the moment. And I don't blame him for that. He's feeling his nose. I think he's got a blood nose out of it. Certainly looks that way.
I think that damage was done when he hit the ground, Doug.
Yes, he went down very, very heavily. Cowboy Neil talking to Clayton there and say, come on, let's get out of this. And he's certainly doing that. The crowd are, as you can see the trainer signalling there to the bench that something is definitely wrong with his nose. He's got a blood nose. But he puts him within scoring distance now, John. That's a 15-metre penalty after that shot. Kevin Bartlett, he's got Robertson there on his left, Edwards on his right, Monteith, but he's going to line up for goal himself. There's the kick. And it looks like he's put it through, I'd say. Certainly a well-deserved goal for Bartlett. That's his third and Richmond's 9th goal. And they now move on to 9 goals, 8. 62. Trailing St Kilda, 12 goals, 7.79. And Bartlett there in the hands of the trainer with blood streaming from his nose. But as I agree with you, John, he could have done that damage when he hit the ground. But knowing Kevin Bartlett, he'll come back fighting. Mildenhall's not going to let him get away with it. He's going to stick close. You see there. But that's the score at the moment. St Kilda 12, 7.79. Richmond 9, 8.62 at just on 4 minutes now with the time on in the second quarter.
Down goes the ball in the centre. It comes down to the ground. Monteith tries to break through. The Packy bounces along in front of him, and it's a free kick for holding the man. I have a feeling that the umpires might go Richmond's way a little bit for a while now as it comes up towards the half-forward flank position. That's all the Tigers at the moment as Rhys is in there, tries to break clear with it. He'll get a free kick for holding the man. Yes, he certainly will, as Rhys now on the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground, fires it up towards the full-forward zone. Cowboy Neil's there, comes over the back of the pack to Bartlett, and Bartlett won't miss. And he fires it through for another one. That's his 4th goal. 4th goal to Kevin Bartlett. And Richmond now move on to, they're bridging the gap. 9-8-62, St Kilda 12-7-79. Well, yes, you're right. You're right, Doug. It's 10-8-68 to 12-7-79. And all that trouble looking at that scoreboard doesn't serve me any purpose at all.
When I showed you with my fingers how many goals, I had my thumb down. That's why
right.
You couldn't count it.
Well, the ball's back in the...
In that particular segment of the game. There's the ball tapped down, and Callery go about to take the ball away, but it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to their St Kilda halfback flanking Baker. Played an exceptionally good game today for St Kilda. Not a very good kick, but Wood it is takes them out in front of Dittrich, and Richmond supporters are having a little few cheers at Dittrich today, but Dittrich has played a very good game for St Kilda. Can't be taken the mark there by Rains as Green handballs the ball over, long over towards Elliott and Colling, but there's going to be a free kick behind play, and it's going to Rains against O'Keefe. Rains there on your screen, number 40, was going to take the free kick against O'Keefe for St Kilda. I don't know what it was for, neither does O'Keefe, but it's Rains now bringing the ball on, looking for Jess, and Jess takes a mark on a half-forward flank. Richmond first into attack here in the third quarter, and Jess kicked a magnificent kick from a lot further out than this before. Didn't quite make the distance. Let's see what he can do this time. The same long distance in the kick, but right offline, out of bounds on the full. Cowboy Neil will take the free kick. He's with the ball now, right on the last line of the defence for St Kilda. Sees a short lead out here by Saru, and Saru should have no trouble in taking the mark. Just ducks nicely. He'll handball over to Callery. Callery have a power of kicks for St Kilda. Bartlett grabs him before he can kick the ball properly. Just now with the ball in front of him, right down in front of our commentary position. He'll handball over to Burke. Burke now with a left foot kick right up into the centre half forward position. Rains from over the back all pushes Perovic in the Colling actually it was, but Edwards first to retrieve the ball, and it's got to be a free kick, and it's going towards O'Keefe on this occasion. O'Keefe now lets the play on. The umpire said you cannot grab him from behind, John and Jess, and O'Keefe now with take the free kick again. Right in the centre of the ground. He'll kick over there. It's a long kick over looking for his teammate in Collingwood. He can't take the mark as in comes Green. Green now with the ball. Kicks it long over there looking for Elliott. Elliott's going for the ball. Should have taken that mark. Didn't go half hard enough as far as I was concerned. Taps it back over there to Evans. Evans forced the ball in front of him. Keeping the ball in play, but the boundary umpire's right on the scene, said it's out of bounds. Out of bounds in the forward pocket, but it's going to be a free kick to Evans. Evans with the ball midway between the forward pocket and the half-forward flank. And St Kilda now, this is the first time they're into attack in this third quarter. 2-minute mark, there goes the ball. Kicked high, Breen over the back, taps the ball away. And over the boundary line, out of bounds in the forward pocket for St Kilda. 2-minute mark, 2.5-minute mark now in the third quarter with St Kilda into attack.
There's the throw-in. Done in front of Dittrich. Dittrich gets up from behind, grabs it out of the pack and fires a goal. It's right through the centre. Great play there by Dittrich. Good strong play. That's his second goal for the game. And St Kilda now move on to 14 goals, 8-92. Richmond 11-8-74. And we've been playing just on just coming up to 4 minutes into this third quarter. Good play there by Dittrich. You could see what he was going to do. He went up there with all the strength he could muster and plucked that ball out of there and dropped it onto his boot and put it right through the centre. So St Kilda are first away in this quarter. The all-important third quarter. Glenn James puts the ball down in the centre. Dunn again up there in the ruck against Saru, but Callery comes out with it, fires it down towards the centre half-forward position. Breen can't take it though. He hasn't done much today, Breen. Plays along in front of him. Dittrich goes there, tries to take the ball through. Play on, says the umpire. There's packs forming everywhere. The ball finally comes out Richmond's way. But Callery it is leading in the race for it over there. But Milton Hall's in front. Callery's going to shove it off for him as Milton Hall picks it up. Sends it up towards the half-forward flank, but it's all Richmond here as the mark is taken by Keane. Keane now on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground, and there's a 15-metre penalty. Well, I don't agree with that. Now what do we do? Do we play on or do we wait till he gets back on his mark? But it's play on now as it comes out Richmond's way. Comes out to Jess. Jess fires it over looking for Bartlett, but it goes over Bartlett's head. Players going through now. Saru, but Cloak it is who picks it up for Richmond. Has all the time in the world to turn around and fire away a goal, but hits the post. Richmond 11-9, 75. St Kilda 14-8, 92. Cowboy Neal now with the ball. Looking for a lead. He's coming out the member's side of the ground. It's not a very good kick. It's going to drop short. Jess bounces over his head though. Comes down to the ground. Malthouse is there. He tries to run through, but he got a free kick. Push in the back. And Malthouse to take the free kick on Richmond's half-forward flank on the member's side of the ground. Malthouse looking, lining up the goals from this angle. He's a fair way out. He'd be a good 40 to 45 metres out. There's his kick. It's going to drop short for anyone who's down there short enough, but nobody can take it as Baker it is in there trying to tap it out. It finally comes out towards Callery. He goes through his legs. He grabs his player in front of him, but it's picked up and fired at goal there by Edwards, but it's through for one behind only. So Richmond 11-10, 76. St Kilda 14-8, 92.
Well, Richmond have been into attack most of this quarter, but where it counts, St Kilda went into attack and kicked that goal by Dittrich. Now the ball's kicked out by Cowboy Neal, and it's over the back to Perovic, and a free kick going to him. Kelly about to bring the ball back to him. Val Perovic hasn't had the best of day today, but he elects to play on now. It's a long kick too, right down onto the centre half forward position. Barry Breen has done nothing all day, but it's finally coming through there with Hughes. Good play by Hughes. Brings it back over towards the centre half forward position. Onto the wing now, and out of bounds over the boundary line. Hughes has been a valuable player for St Kilda today. Breen is completely out of it. Centre half forward. There's big Carl in the ruck against Dunn. Nobody can get it. Coming through there is Keane. Also Wood. Finally picked up there by Hughes. He forces the ball in forward. Young's in there, kicks it off the ground. Jenkins almost takes the mark. Handball back to Sheedy. Sheedy got nowhere to go. Kicks the ball, but it's gone straight to Robert Elliott. And Elliott now could be within scoring distance. I'm not sure how he can kick Robert Elliott, but he's some 45 metres out to 50 metres out. On the slightest of angles, there's his kick. Swings it right across his boot, and it goes through for one behind. But a very, very valuable behind for St Kilda. That takes them on to 14-9-92 to Richmond 11-10-76. Jenkinson now brings the ball, licks to go on the outer side of the ground, kicks it up there, but in front there was Colling. He'll duck back on it, coming through as Evans. Good play by Evans, coming back onto his right foot. Kicks it short there, looking for Young. Young can pick up the ball. He'll handball back over, but straight to Burke. Burke on his left foot, kicks it out towards Bartlett. Bartlett should take the mark. Picks the ball up. There's a boo, I don't know what that was for, but Bartlett picks the ball up, kicks it down there, looking for Roberts. Ball just gets one, falls back over. St Kilda finally bring it out there, and it's going to be a good mark here, taken by Elliott. Elliott now plays on. Sees a short one, but it kicks it straight to Wood. Wood back to his teammate there in Keane. Keane now plays on looking for Roberts, and Roberts got a paddock in front of him here. Will he handball it over? He does that. Over there to Monteith. Monteith now with the ball. He'll kick it long. It's a long high kick. Straight up there looking for his full forward Lachlan, but over the back is Barker. Taps the ball over. Keith's coming through. Gets one over the shoulder. The umpire says play on. Cowboy kneels in there. So too is Gaunt. Gaunt tries to barge his way through with the ball. Being held to him. The umpire said he's been holding it though, and O'Keefe will take the free kick right on the last line of defence.
O'Keefe now with the ball in St Kilda's back pocket. He's looking for a lead, but there's his kick. It's up to the wing position on the member side of the ground. They fly for it up there, goes over the back of Dunn rather, comes down to the ground, picked up there by Wood. Wood streams away from the pack for one of his few kicks today. Short passes into Bartlett, but didn't chuck Cowley, and Cowley's away across the centre of the ground. He's bounced it twice, he's looking for a lead up in the forward line to Young, and what's he done? He's marked it. He was held in the meantime anyway by Sheedy,
yes,
and that's what he's getting it for, because that's the position, and Sheedy is not very happy. Young has kicked 4 goals. Sheedy not very happy at all about that one. Young now with the chance here to put another one through the centre for St Kilda. There's his kick, but it's going to swing right across the face of goal. Dittrich is there in the forward pocket, but Robertson it is who comes out with it. He runs on immediately, bounces once, streams away from the pack, hand passes it over to Bartlett. Bartlett kicks it out to Edwards on the wing. Edwards takes the mark, was ready to play on, but he's held, and he must go back and take his kick. He's on the outer side of the ground, runs around to on his mark, sends it up towards the centre half forward position. The players down there waiting for it on. Chance for a diving mark there, but it's all Richmond at the moment as they fly through. Rains is in there, pushed over by Barker, but play on, says the umpire. Trip to Lachlan, and I think that one has been paid. He was held by the leg, and Lachlan is to take the free kick right in the forward pocket. He's only about 15 metres out from goal, but he's on a most acute angle. He's already kicked 2 goals.
Well, Barker seems completely out of it today, John. I don't know. I would shift Green down to fullback and put Barker up on the forward line somewhere. He's completely out of it. Nonplussed today, Barker.
Right, Lachlan coming in now to have his shot at goal. He fires away, and what happens? It's through the centre. That's his 3rd goal, and Richmond now move on to 12 goals, 10-72, 12-10-82, sorry, to St Kilda 14-9-93.
Well, that just shows you how the fortunes can change in football. George Young having a shot for St Kilda up the other end. We had a chance to put them with 4 goals up. Missed. The ball was brought back quickly. Richmond replied with a goal, and there's now the difference is only 11 points. Good play by Richmond. The crowd are right on Bartlett's back. I don't know what for. As Glenn James now bounced the ball into the centre of the ground to get a game on the way. Dunn's in there. Nobody can tap it away. Sheedy's going through one hand. Gets one around the neck and must take the free kick. Kevin Sheedy cut one for his corner. I think a lot of the crowd here are pro St Kilda today, wanting St Kilda to win. Over the back is Baker. Played a good game, Baker. Lofts dives on the ball. Players then over the top of the ball. There's Monteith and James. Umpire James comes in and says, give it to me. Brian Wood, been not a good player for Richmond today. Big Carl in there. Over the back is Dunn, though. Coming through is Green. Sheedy, though, with the ball. A long handball over. Beautiful handball over to Bartlett. Bartlett back to Monteith. Monteith now have a shot for goal. It's a beautiful kick, too. Coming right back in to go through, but Barker. What's going to happen? I think it's a mark. It is a mark, but is he going to play it? Yes. The umpire said he was marked before, went over the line. Barker now right on the last line of the bench. You can't get much further back than that. As he kicks it right from the line of the goal post. Up there looking for big Carl. Carl on the back taps it over, but no St Kilda players there. There it goes back to Gaunt. Gaunt can line up the goals from here. Has a shot, but it's offline. One behind only as a result. And that takes St Kilda now 14.9.93. Richmond 12.11.83. Difference 10 points as Big Cowboy Neil about to bring the ball back into play.
Right, Neil, it is. Looks like Saru, is it, in the hands of the trainers, limping badly. That's bad news for St Kilda. And there's the kick. Jess is there in front, doesn't take the mark, but will be paid the free kick. I think every player that's going down at the moment is going down holding their head for no reason whatsoever, it appears. But anyway, they're getting the free kicks.
Gaunt's off and Walsh is on.
Right, Gaunt's off and Walsh is on. As it goes from the kick, comes out to Malthouse. Malthouse fires it up towards goal, but Barker's there. Well, he must have heard you, Doug.
Well, he certainly wasn't playing well.
I fully agree with you.
But he's taken
3 marks.
Yes, very telling marks too.
Right, there's the kick from Barker. He's going out towards the centre-half back position. Up they fly for it, and Dunn's applying for the mark, and is going to receive it. So Dunn it is. From the centre-half forward position. He's a long way out from goal. But there's his kick. It's a beautiful kick too. Look at this one, right through the centre. That's his first goal for the match. And Richmond's 13th. And Richmond now move to 13 goals, 11, 89. St Kilda 14-9, 93. Well, it's been all Richmond so far this quarter.
Yes, yes, and Kilda have had the opportunity to score a couple of goals. They've only managed one, and Richmond have got back into the game. There's the ball bouncing. Dunn, good tap down Dunn, but it's going to Green. Green will see a handball over there looking for his teammate in O'Keefe. O'Keefe can't trap it. Dunn comes through again. Colling backs in. Good shepherding by Colling there for O'Keefe to come through. Kick the ball high and wide, but it's Burke in front. Can he take the mark? Evans is appealing for it over behind and takes it. Not in my book. I thought Burke got his hand to it first, but Evans now with the mark. Midway between the centre wing and the half-forward flank. He sees Breen there. Breen goes up one-handed. That's all he's done all day. And Burke comes through the pack. Bounces the ball once. Running right across the face of goal. Kicks over here looking for Jess, and Jess should take the mark. Handballs completely over. Quickly rather over to Wood. Wood now with 2 bounces. He can go again. But he sees kicks it right over to the centre half-forward. They're looking for Edwards. Edwards is up and takes the mark. Centre half-forward. Handballs over to Sheedy. Sheedy has a chance to have a shot for goal, but he's too slow, Kevin Sheedy. Drops the ball, and a free kick's going to Russell Green for St Kilda. Green will want to get it on quickly. He sees Colling over here. He's got a chance to kick it over towards him. But over the back there is looks like O'Keefe, and O'Keefe playing a serviceable game for St Kilda today. Kicks the ball over wide there, looking for Evans, and Evans can take the mark. He'll play on. Got a paddock in front of him. He can kick, have a bounce if he likes. Been looking for Breen, but I wouldn't kick it to him today because he's not playing well. And ducking in front of him is Patura. Patura with a beautiful long drop punt kick looking over there towards Walsh, but coming in front is Burke. Burke will handball over to Sheedy. Sheedy's coming into this game now. Sees a short lead over to Jess, and Jess will take the mark. Handballs again over to Monteith. Foolish play. Back to Jess. Jess now with a drop punt kick straight in towards Roberts. Roberts got a chance here with a left foot shot for goal. Lines him up, but it's offline. One behind results for Richmond. A good passage of play by both sides there. And it's only resulting in 1 point to Richmond, taking them on to 12-13-90. St Kilda 14-9-93. And the difference at the moment at the 15-minute mark into the third quarter is 3 points.
Here's Cowboy Neil now kicking out for St Kilda up towards the half-back flank. Dittrich in front there, taps it down nicely though, and St Kilda are on their way down towards the wing position on the member side of the ground. It bounces nicely for Kelly. He gets a hand pass over to Hughes. Hughes plays on immediately, sending it right up a long kick, right up into the full forward zone. Saru from behind taps it over, tries to tap it over to Young, but it doesn't go over far enough. But what have we got here? A free kick going to Jenkinson. And the free kick to be taken in the back pocket. Jenkinson now relieving the pressure for the Tigers as it comes up to the wing position. Up they fly, and Big Carl takes the mark. And he gets the big boost from the crowd. Now Carl now kicking it up towards the centre half forward position. Hunt in front of the pack with a tap down to Lotz. He fires away at goal. He's pushed as he kicks. And it's through for one behind only. And St Kilda now move on to 14 goals, 10. 94. Richmond 4 points behind them, 13-12-90. There's the kick-off, and it comes to Keane. Keane plays on immediately up towards the wing position on the member side of the ground. Up they fly. Woods there. He takes the mark and passes it across to Edwards. Edwards is away. He's got Bartlett running beside him. Bartlett telling him to run on as he bounces it 3-4 times. And now he's going streaming down towards the forward pocket zone. He fires it up towards the goal. Oh, it's not a good kick. They fly for it in the goal mouth, and it's done.
Cloak.
No, Cloak. Cloak now 12 metres out from goal, dead in front, fires, and it's right through the centre, and Richmond have hit the front.
Cloak done kicked it.
Richmond now 14-12-96, St Kilda 14-10-94. You seem to think if it had been done, it wouldn't have been so sure.
No. No, it was good play exceptionally good play by Bartlett and Edwards at that stage. Bartlett was running along with Edwards, a younger player, telling him what to do all the time. Edwards with a nice long centering kick up there, and Cloak took them out. Good play by Richmond. Let's put them in front, and let's see what can happen here now. This is a very vital game as Dunn taps the ball down there, coming through, ducking back through the pack there as Roberts. He'll handball over to the new player on the ground in Walsh. Walsh with a long kick, centre half forward. In front is Cloak. Almost takes the mark again with them. Crowd says yes, the umpire says no. Coming out of the pack is Jess. Jess sees a short lead over here by his teammate in range. Can he take the mark? No. Finally it's Walsh again with the ball, tapping along in front of him, but coming through there is O'Keefe. O'Keefe taps the ball over into the centre wing position, and Evans keeps the ball in play. He was out himself. Good play by Evans, kicking the ball up long, looking for Barry Green, but look at Sheedy there. Can't take the mark, throws it over towards Robertson. Robertson with a long handball over to Matura. Matura's on his right foot, which is his left. Brings it back over, looking for his teammate further down the field, but as Collins comes through, well shepherded there by Culley. Over towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe back to Green. Now St Kilda in attack as Green fires the ball right up there looking for Hughes. Hughes is up in front, can't take the mark. Comes on in front, Young comes through, but as Hughes taps the ball, kicks it back, but the umpire, I think, is giving a free kick away. And it's going Richmond's way. Can't quite pick out who is going to take it. Could be Sheedy, I think.
Have to be Sheedy.
He's backing into the pack, and that's Sheedy when he's going to take a... Yes, it is. Kevin Sheedy. Directing traffic there, out towards the wing, but he's going to bring it straight down the centre of the ground. It's a drop kick to us. A nice kick up there looking for Jess, but Perovic there should take the mark. Perovic takes the mark right in the centre of the ground, more to the wing position on the outer side. He's going more that way now as he kicks the ball high there looking for Hunt. Can Hunt take the mark? He can't. It's all Richmond as Sheedy handballs the ball cleverly over to Monteith. Monteith down here looking for Robertson. Robertson's got a lot of room in front of him here to move. Bartlett's calling for the ball. Sees a short little lead, but it's coming to Cloak, and Cloak can take the mark. Good play. Cloak now. Oh, it's a clever play there by Cowboy Neal. Didn't know where that ball went when it hit him, and it's over the boundary line right in front of the member stand here with Richmond in front by 2 points, 14-12-96. St Kilda 14-10-94.
Here's a throw in now. Dittrich against Cloak, but Cloak's right in front, taps it down though and goes straight to Calry. Calry grabbed around the neck and must take the free kick against Monteith on that occasion. And Calry to relieve the pressure for St Kilda. He's on the half-back flank right in front of the MCC stand. Just sees a short pass and it finds Lofts. Lofts is now more on the true half-back flank position. Right, there's his kick. Up towards the wing position and coming through there strongly was Green, but he couldn't take the mark. Comes down to the ground. Sheedy's in there, falls on top of the ball, and Sheedy will get a free kick once again. He's holding his head. I don't know what for, but still. Wouldn't hurt him up there. As a hand pass goes across to Wood. Wood gets it up towards the half-forward flank position, comes down to the ground, racing near the line. Oh, good play there by Roberts to keep it in, but Cowboy Neal comes in and makes sure that ball goes over the line and out of bounds. And make sure Roberts knew that he'd done it. As the throw-in comes in, Jess goes up in the ruck. He gets a tap down, but it comes down St Kilda's way on this occasion. They're trying to force the ball out to Callery, but there's the kick. Finds Jess. Oh, he was nearly off. And Young it is on his mark. Jess now going back to take his kick. And there it is, a beautiful 1-2. Look at this, right up through the goals. He must have been 55 metres out, but it's offline and through for one behind only. So Richmond now move on to 14-13-97. St Kilda 14-10-94. Well, can the Saints hang on? Cowboy Neal kicking off. Out towards Young. Young taps it over, more or less, grabs it in nicely. There's a short pass up to no one in particular. Perovic overruns the ball. Hughes comes in there, picks it up. He's under hotly pursued though by Keane. He's knocked over the line though, and Keane breaks away, and there's Bartlett in the forward pocket, and he's grabbed by Cowboy Neil. Good play by Cowboy on that occasion, because Bartlett would have been off like a ferret, that's for sure. Bartlett now from the half-forward flank, the forward pocket, tries to run around Cowboy Neil. Yes, he's done it. Well, there we are. The battle of the champions as a shot at goal goes offline though, and through for one behind only. And Richmond now move on to 14-14, 98. St Kilda 14-10, 94. And we've been playing just on 22 minutes in this third quarter.
Well, Richmond have hit the front. St Kilda are just holding on at the moment as Cowboy Neil drives it out on the half-forward flank. Over the back is Hunt. Hunt, what's he doing now on the back line? But Hunt plays on now. Centre-half back position. Up towards us, right in the centre of the ground there. Looking for Robert Elliott in front, and Elliott should be paid the mark. Yes, he is. Robert Elliott definitely held that mark. Right in the centre of the ground.
A great mark too.
It was a good mark, and he should get the ball on quickly. He's doing just that. It's not a very good kick, and punched away cleverly there by Jenkinson over towards Monteith. Monteith now ducking and diving, comes back on his right foot, and he'll bring it right out here looking for Wood, and it should be an easy mark for Wood, and he comes around in front. Will he handball to Sheedy? No, he sees a short pass here coming up from Roberts. Roberts hits him on the knee, but he'll handball it there back to Malthouse. Malthouse can line the goals up from here. It's a nice looking kick too. Great through the centre by Malthouse. That's his first. And Richmond are looking good at the moment. Richmond 15 goals, 14, 102. St Kilda 14, 10, 94. So 102 and 104. 15, 14, 104.
4 it is, Doug.
104 it is. To St Kilda 14, 10, 94. A good lead at this moment. Some 23 minutes into this third quarter. There's the bounce of the ball as Dittrich goes up. Takes Dunn with him and tries, he goes for the ball, but it's Young who is held without the ball and take the free kick. Dittrich is telling him to hurry on. He does that over towards O'Keefe. O'Keefe's got plenty of room to handball over there. He does that over towards Evans. Evans will duck round, taps it on over looking for Green. Coming through is Sheedy. He cops one around the face and must take the free kick. Playing a great third quarter, Kevin Sheedy. A left foot kick over there looking for Edwards, and Edwards can take the mark on the wing position. All Richmond players have looked at their game in this third quarter, and that's what has made them get back in front. There's the kick up. Over the back is Mildenhall. Should be paid the mark. He is. Mildenhall on the half-back flank for St Kilda. He elects to transfer play right in the centre of the ground looking for Hunt, and Hunt should take the easiest of marks. He's directing traffic as he does off the field as well as on the field here today, as Rex Hunt brings it right over the half-forward flank here looking for his teammate, and it should be a mark, and it's also paid to Lofts. Lofts it is. He'll pick up the ball and play on, trying to get round Wood. Finally kicks it up in the centre half forward. There's Evans in front. Can he take the mark? No, it's forced over the back, and Walsh it is, kicks it over, but it's coming straight over here towards Mildenhall, but ducking in front is Malthouse. He'll handball over there to his teammate in Patura. Patura now with a left foot kick, short one over towards Wood. Wood should be able to trap this ball. He's got two St Kilda players on him. What's he going to do? He ducks around very easily past Saru. Saru cannot be fit at that stage. There's the ball kicked up high. Perovic over the back, but Bartlett coming through. He traps the ball well. Good play by Kevin Bartlett. He kicks it high there over the back of the pack. Looking for Edwards. Can Edwards take the mark? But it's forced through for one behind by the big Cowboy Neil off the back of the pack. As you see, the goal umpire there says come off the hands of the pack. One behind to Richmond, taking them to 15-15, 105. St Kilda 14-10, 94.
Cowboy Neil electing to go to the outer side of the ground this time, but it's not a very good kick, and it drops short, and there's a good mark taken for Richmond by Malthouse. Malthouse now with the opportunity of kicking for goal. Notice that bandage around his knee. And that's the leg he kicks with too, and it's a good kick right down to the forward pocket zone. Cowboy Neil's in front, and he will get a free kick for pushing the back. And Cowboy Neil now with the free kick right in the last line of defence. And we've been playing just in about a half a minute into time on in this third quarter. It's been a fast and furious one also, particularly on the part of the Tigers, who have managed to go to an 11-point lead. Saints hanging on grimly. There's the kick from Cowboy Neil. I think it's over the line, out of bounds on the full. Well, there we are as Emmett Dunn picks it up. He plays, he can't play on. He's got to go and kick back over his mark. In fact, it's not even his kick, says the umpire. Richmond have kicked 4 goals this quarter. There's the kick, and Bartlett makes the mark. Well, he's already kicked 4 goals, plus 2 out of bounds. And this would be a very, very handy goal for the Tigers going into the last change. There's the kick from Bartlett. It looks pretty good from here. Right through the centre. Goal number 5 for Bartlett. And Richmond now move on to 16 goals, 15. 16-15, 111. St Kilda 14-10, 94.
Well, they can't hit the little fellow down, can they? They've knocked him down. He's got up. He hasn't been kicking the most reliable kicks today, but he's got the ball a lot of times, and that's what counts. If he can get it a lot of times and get it up forward, kick goals like that, they're very telling. There's the ball bounce now. Saru's up there. He's suffered a little bit of an injury, Saru, and has gone out of the game as the ball's kicked over to Wood. Wood now kick it high, right up to the forward line. Robertson is there, but is finally picked up there by St Kilda as they bring it out up to the centre, looking for Young. Over the back there is Rains, though. It is Hughes that picks the ball up, kicking it up here, looking for Kelly. Kelly, can he take the mark? A good one-handed mark by Paul Kelly. Got nobody to kick it to, but he sees the lead out there in Green, and Green can take the mark. Right on the square, edge of the square. Monteith coming through and receives a 15-metre penalty for trying to take the ball out of Green's hand, which I don't think he did.
No, well, he's not allowed to run across in front of the player.
No, he's not. It wasn't a deliberate attempt by Monteith, though, to upset Green.
I don't think the umpire saw it. Green brought his attention to it.
Yes, certainly did, and I don't blame him for doing that. There's the kick. It looks pretty good. Straight through the centre. That's Green's 3rd goal and St Kilda's 15th goal. And that makes it a little bit more interesting. 100 points to St Kilda, Richmond 111.
Yes, well, if the Saints can get another goal before the siren sounds, and we've been playing 28 minutes into this 3rd quarter so far, it could make it very, very interesting, particularly in that final quarter.
Well, I said before that there was not much time on in this, up to half-time, and the siren sounded straight away, so I'm not going to say it this time. There's Cloak as he gets the ball away to Monteith. Monteith with a left foot kick up there looking for somebody up forward, but it's all St Kilda, but it's dropped there, but it's kicked straight back to Rains. Rains has got a paddock to play, and he'll have a shot for goal from here, and he could always easily kick it. He kicks up looking for Robertson, but it's offline. Cowboy Neal and Dunnett is there on the back of the pack. Cowboy Neal finally takes the ball to bring it back into play, and it's a behind to Richmond, taking him on to 111, St Kilda 100. There's the ball kicked out, and there's a clever mark out there to Hughes. Hughes handballs over to Milton Hall, and Milton Hall comes down the centre of the pack, looking for big Carl Dittrich. He should take this mark, but it's over the back is Lofts. He can't trap the ball though. It's coming through there is Kelly. Good play by Kelly. Traps the ball well. Coming round on his right foot kick. Bounces the ball once here. Can go right in and have a shot for goal here, but he's put offload a little bit and goes straight to Richmond's John Pachura. Pachura now sees a short lead up here to Rains, and Rains takes the mark. He'll play on. A long kick down over towards Edwards. Edwards and Bartlett there. Can Edwards trap the ball? He hits it forward, but it's coming through as Barker. He should trap the ball and kicking it wide over there looking, but there it is straight to Cloak, and Cloak takes the mark.
Cloak it is on the wing position on the outer side of the ground, swinging in towards Rains at the centre-half forward position. Rains by himself. Plays on immediately, hand passes it over to Monteith. He fires away at goal. It's a long kick, but it's offline. And through for one behind only. So Richmond now move on to 16-17, 113. St Kilda 15-10, 100. Waiting now for Cowboy Neal to put the ball back into play. Not long to go in this 3rd quarter. There's the kick from Cowboy Neal. It's going to drop short. Oh, and coming in there is Jess to take the mark of the true centre-half forward position. He has a chance now to put another goal on the board if he can sink his boot into this one. And there's the kick right on the siren, but it's right up the side of the boot. And at 3/4 time here at the MCG, Richmond 16-17, 113. St Kilda 15-10, 100. I reckon the breeze is favouring that in.
Finally picked up there. There's the siren. Serafini marks the ball, but at 3/4 time here at Princes Park, Carlton 17-11, 113, leading Essendon 14-10, 94.
Yeah. Milton Hall's in the other back pocket on Rains.
Baker's played a good game.
Yeah.
Almost.
See, they put him on.
Roberts.
All set now for the start of the final quarter here at the MCG with Richmond on 113, St Kilda on 100. Down it goes in the centre. Saru tries to get it out of the centre of the pack, and the free kick going to Dunn. Well, that's a strange one. Anyway, Dunn to take it right from the centre circle. There's the kick up towards the half-forward flank position, and leading up the race for the ball there is Rains to take a good mark for the Tigers. Gets a lead from Bartlett in the forward pocket, but he's going for the big kick off the side of the boot. It's going to drop short, and a good mark. Good mark taken there, and Monteith it is.
Somebody else
But a free kick.
Somebody had pushed Perovic in the back forced him through the pack.
Right, well, Perovic's free kick. From the centre half back position, it's straight up the centre of the ground. Up they fly in the centre. No one can take the mark though, but Francis Burke comes down for Richmond. Gets it onto his left boot, sends it up towards the half forward flank position. Rains racing for the ball, but it goes over the line and out of bounds. And the throw in to take place almost on the wing on the member side of the ground, midway between the wing and the half forward flank. There's the throw in. There's a tap down there by Dunn to Roberts. Roberts fluffs the kick, but it goes straight to Bartlett, who's standing by himself. Bartlett swings the ball around right into the teeth of goal, putting them under a lot of pressure down there. Barker knocks it away, but it comes straight down to Edwards, who tries to kick it off the ground, but the ball will go over the line and out of bounds. The throw-in to take place in Richmond's forward pocket on the member side of the ground. Waiting now for the throw-in, Saru appears to have recovered from his injury last quarter. Tapped down by Cloak. Lachlan gets it out to Bartlett. Bartlett kicks it and it goes straight up in the air. Waiting for it there is Cowboy Neal, and he takes the mark. He plays on immediately up towards the centre half-back position, and almost a mark there, but it comes down to Baker. Baker now bounces up once, tries to race around from Roberts and does so. He's done a good job on Roberts since he went on to him after the first quarter, and there's his kick, but it doesn't go through as it comes down to Keane. He gets a hand pass over on that occasion to Wood. Wood swings it in towards the centre half-forward position. The mark is taken there by Sheedy. Calorie on Sheedy's mark. Sheedy looking for a lead up forward. He gets one from Lachlan, and he fires it at him too. But chipping in there is... Oh, Lachlan could have taken the mark. And he's being paid a free kick. Well, I thought he'd missed... His luck had run out on that occasion, but he managed to get in there and he got a free kick for it, but he's still got his hands on the ball under a lot of pressure. He's already kicked 3 goals, Lachlan, lining it up now for goal number 4. Kicked 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the second, didn't kick any in the third, and now his chance for his first in this final quarter. There's the kick from Lachlan, and it looks pretty good too. It's right through the centre. That allows the Tigers to go away from St Kilda, and Richmond 17 goals, 17, 119, St Kilda 15, 10, 100. Well, Richmond 19 points ahead, and we've been playing just on 3 minutes into this final quarter.
Well, it's certainly a good break by Richmond. There goes the ball, bounce in the centre, Dunn up over the pack, gets a good tap down over to Sheedy. Sheedy with a long handball over, looking for Brian Wood. Wood will handball back. No, he'll have a shot for goal. He can pop this through, Wood. There it goes, straight through the centre. That's his first goal for Brian Wood. He usually kicks a goal in a match, Brian Wood, from the wing position, and that's a great morale booster to Richmond. Richmond now gone to 25-point lead over St Kilda 100. Can St Kilda fight back? At this stage, I've got my doubts because Richmond are playing very, very well. 2 goals within the first 3.5 minutes of this final quarter, and it looks like Richmond's 4th place or the 5th place rather, in the final. Dunn again gets a tap down, but it's Carroll who taps it back over the shoulder, looking for his teammate, but coming through is Malthouse, and also Dunn retrieving his own ruck play very well, and he kicks it over there to Wood, and Wood takes the mark. Wood now is coming back in, handballs over to Monteith. Monteith's got a paddock in front of him, but he sees a short lead out there by Cloak, and Cloak takes the mark on the forward pocket position. I wouldn't put any money on him kicking a goal from here, David Cloak, because he's not the best kick. He's already kicked 1 from dead in front. Let's see what he can do with this one as he's on the half-forward flank on a fairly acute angle. An awkward-looking style of kick, but Looks all right from behind the goal. The crowd cheer. The umpire puts up 2 fingers, and that's Richmond's 3rd goal within the space of 4 minutes, taking them now onto 131 points to St Kilda 100. And that's good football by Richmond. And that's sealed that, I would think, at this stage. 31 points of difference, only now, what, 25 to 30 minutes to play, 25 minutes to play in this final quarter, and I don't think St Kilda are playing well enough to get back into this game. Ross Smith sending his run around as the ball has bounced there. Vic Carl comes into the ruck. He gets a tap down St Kilda's way, but it's going to Walsh. Coming through there, though, is O'Keefe, who's played a good game for St Kilda, but there in the last line of defence is Keane. He'll handball over there looking for Sheedy, but it's tipped in there as Jenkinson. Jenkinson now kicking it wide up there with nobody picking up the ball for Richmond, but it's finally Wood taps it over. But there's Collingwood for St Kilda. He's got a paddock to move in front of him. He'll kick it long there, but Walsh should take this mark in front, but it's no. Finally picked up by Patura, now playing on the half-back flank. He throws the ball out in front of him and is grabbed without the ball. He must take the free kick on the half-back flank for Richmond.
Patura now looking for a lead up the centre. He gets one, but there's a short one to Dunn. And Dunn takes a mark. He gets a hand pass away immediately. Richmond rather play this game really well as it comes up to the centre half forward zone. And great mark. No, push in the back. Cloak thought he had that one, but it's a free kick to Baker. The Richmond crowd don't like it as Baker gets it away up towards the centre. Comes down to the ground, picked up there by O'Keefe. O'Keefe running on. Rains tries to catch up with him, but there's a shot up towards Hunt. Hunt can't take the mark though. Jenkinson, Robertson rather, takes it in. Hand passes it over to Burke. Burke back to Robertson. Good play, Tigers. As Robertson comes away, hand pass over to Rains. Rains back to Robertson. Oh, stupid football though. As Dittrich comes in, he gets a hand pass over to Callery. Callery dodges around a player, gets a pass away, and a good mark is taken there, but good pass rather, by Callery to Hunt on that occasion. And Hunt now with the opportunity, he's already kicked 2 goals, or the opportunity to put another one through for St Kilda. They badly need goals at this stage. They're 5 goals behind. And Hunt now coming in, fires a goal, shot, kick, dropping short. It's not even going to reach the distance as Sheedy comes in there, tacks it in. He's grabbed around the neck. And play on, says the umpire, as Patura picked it up. He blew his whistle, but then said play on. There's a long hand pass over to Keane. Keane plays it on up towards the half-forward flank, but it's dropping short on the wing position. Knocked away from the pack, comes down to the ground. Players going in hard. Edwards is there for Richmond. He runs through 2 St Kilda players and swings it around and finds Monteith. Monteith fires away over into the forward pocket to Dunn. Dunn gets it away to Mulhouse. Mulhouse fires it up towards the teeth of goal. Cowboy Neal knocks it over the top of the pack, and it goes over the line and out of bounds with Perovic in pursuit. The throw-in to take place in St Kilda and Richmond's forward pocket on the outer side of the ground. In the ruck is Cowboy Neal against Cloak. Neal's in front, taps it over the back of the pack. Oh, players going in there trying to kick it off the ground, and picked up by Jess. Jess swings around a short pass and passes it straight to Green. Green plays it on immediately, coming over looking for O'Keefe. O'Keefe has the ball in front of him. He's been hotly pursued. He plays it along in front of him once again. Walsh is in there. He tries to pick it up. Tweedale overruns the ball, but O'Keefe plays it along, manages to pick it up and runs around from the wing position on the member side of the ground. Sends it up the centre half forward, but no one's there. No one is there at all for St Kilda, and the Tigers come out once again as it comes over to Burke on the half-back flank, up towards the half-forward flank, looking for Bartlett. Bartlett's leading in the race for the ball. He allows the ball to pass through him. It's a hand pass in by Lachlan, picked up by Perovic. Perovic's grabbed around the neck and will take the free kick. Perovic on the half-back flank, getting the boos from the Richmond crowd, and will now look for a lead. Up in the centre of the ground. It's a high, long kick. Dittrich is there. He lets it goes over his head. Francis Burke takes an easy mark on the wing.
Francis Burke playing a good game in this second half for Richmond. He kicks the ball down long, looking for Cloak, who's taken a couple of good marks down this plate, but it's Mildenhall for St Kilda, bringing the ball out there, looking for his teammate there in Colling, but it's Ryan Wood comes through with a good play by Ryan Wood. Going to handball, he comes back on his right foot now. Sees a short lead out here by Roberts, and Roberts comes in and takes a great mark. Roberts, centre half forward, 45 metres out, directly in front. Kicked 3 goals already for the Tigers. Played a scintillating first quarter where he had something like 11 handles of the ball. 7 kicks and some 3 or 4 handballs, and should have kicked 3 or 4 goals, but only managed 2. But in comes Roberts now, lining the ball up. It's a nice kick too, right up in the teeth of the goal. Could come back in, I think it has. Yes, it has. A great goal by Roberts. That's his 4th goal for the match. And Richmond's 20th goal now. 20 goals, 17, 137. St Kilda yet to score in this quarter. St Kilda 15, 10, 100. A 37-point lead by Richmond, and they're looking good at the moment. Coming into the final series coming up, and Richmond are playing very well in this particular half. But in the first half it was all St Kilda who fought on very, very well and was taking the game right up to Richmond. There's the ball out to Keane, who brings it out over to Rhys. Rhys, a very, very fast player on the wing, sees Wood up by himself and kicks it over to him, but the awkward bounce there. Coming through there is Evans. Evans is held without the ball. Oh, beautiful play by Lofts, comes through, forces his way through. It's kicked off the ground there by Evans, over towards the boundary line. Jenkinson and Hughes running in there for St Kilda, but beats them over the line. Dunn in the ruck now against Didrik. Dunn it is, gets the front position and taps it down in front of him, but coming through is Hughes, kicks it on his right foot. Up over the back there is, it's a good spoil there by Keane it is, and he's held without the ball. Must take the free kick. Umpire James said he was held round the waist without the ball, and Keane it is to take the free kick on the half-back flank. Matura gets the ball quickly over to him. There's a lead out here by Walsh. Walsh has got nobody there with him at all. He can come back and take plenty of time to take his kick. There it goes now, looking up there here for Monteith. Monteith in front of great, no, it's not Monteith, it's Lachlan. A great mark by Lachlan. A crossover hand mark, you would call that. Not what coaches would call the best way to mark a ball, and not the best way to kick a ball either. It's right off the line, out of bounds on the full by Lachlan. And big Cowboy Neil about to take the free kick, or is he going to let Baker take it? He said, you take it, pal. Your kick. The umpire might have other ideas. No, the umpire says that Baker can take the kick. It's right off the side of his boot, though. There is Hughes in the line for a mark, but it's Bartlett who traps it well off the back of the pack. Over this time to Monteith. Monteith's held back to Hughes. Hughes comes through the pack now, forces his way through with a right foot kick. He's a natural left foot kick, and took a little bit of time there to kick that ball. Burke coming through there. Elliott overruns the ball. Dittrich comes through, overruns it also. Burke now throws it up there looking for Malthouse. Malthouse was held without the ball, must take the free kick. And Malthouse on the centre wing position at the 12-minute mark of this final quarter now, about to bring the ball back into play. He sees a lead over there by Jess, but it goes over his head, and Barker takes the mark and the free kick right on the edge of the square on the centre of the ground. And Barker played just an ordinary game today for St Kilda. Been one of the few players for St Kilda, along with Breen, who's been taken off at quarter time to play this similar sort of a game. Not a very good game by Barker. He takes it right out there, but kicks it straight to Wood on the centre wing position, and he'll a long handball over towards Edwards. Edwards can bring it back to Bartlett if he likes, but he comes around on his left foot kick. Monteith is screaming for the ball there, centre half forward, but Edwards elects to kick it down long, and there shipping in is Roberts. And Roberts takes a great mark, and this could seal it completely for Richmond. He's kicked 4 goals already for the Tigers, and been a good player for him. Pulling the socks up now. Bartlett there, putting a little bit of water. That's good. He put it on the top of his head, it come out his mouth. Great play there by Bartlett. Without a ball, and not even football. There's Roberts now lining up the ball. Drop punt, he always fires for goal this way. Straight in, straight through, straight on by Richmond. 21 goals, 17, 143. St Kilda 15, 10, 100.
Well, it looks as if Richmond are going home with this one quite comfortably. There's been a great change in the play, actually, from the half-time interval. A lot of words must have been said down in those Richmond rooms, and players who were down in that first half have come right back into the game, and that includes fellows like Burke and Sheedy. Down goes the ball in the centre of the ground. Dittrich is up there. He taps it down, but it goes straight to Richmond. It's all Richmond at the moment as Malthouse brings it out of the centre, up towards the centre half forward zone. The players fly for there. Barker claiming the mark and will receive it. And from the centre half back position, Trevor Barker swings it into the centre looking for Saru. It could be a bit dangerous because Saru manages to grab it in, but he's in the back against Monteith, and Saru to take the free kick. Gets a hand pass away, a bit dangerous there as Jess comes in and takes the ball, but this allows Dittrich to come through. He gets his boot to it up towards the centre of the ground, and a mark is taken there by Elliott. Robert Elliott it is, looking for a lead up forward, can't find one, so he kicks it high into the forward pocket zone, and a set position there and a mark to O'Keefe. O'Keefe now going back to take his kick from the half-forward flank position on the members' side of the ground. He's about 40 to 45 metres out from goal. Would need a good kick for it to get right up there, but it's off the side of the boot. It's going to drop in short. It won't go over on the full. In fact, it's knocked over, and the throw-in to take place in St Kilda's forward pocket on the members' side of the ground. Number 5 there for Richmond, Dunn, against number 10 of St Kilda, Dittrich. Dittrich tried to grab it up, but it went down to Bartlett. Bartlett swings it out into the centre of the ground. No one's there. St Kilda players running in for the ball. It's a hand pass across to Saru. Saru now with a chance to get rid of it. He's got to get rid of it pretty quickly as it comes out, kicks it up towards the full forward zone. Hunt comes through there very hard. Burke, though, takes the mark, plays on, gets it out to Keane. Comes off Keane's boot. Bartlett chips in there, picks it up, bounces once, bounces twice, and then kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Edwards is there. He goes up in front of the pack, tries to get the mark, but Loft socks it away from him, and the ball will go over the line and out of bounds. The throw-in to take place on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Waiting now for the throw-in. And it's Jess going up, Dunn, and also Saru there, but the ball comes down to the ground. Callery's in there trying to pick it up, can't do so. He props himself over the ball, but it comes out to Barker. Barker now plays on, sends it up towards the half-forward flank, and Tweeddale, who's on for St Kilda, takes the mark. He plays on immediately, swings it up towards the half-forward flank zone where O'Keefe's there and takes a mark. O'Keefe now looking for a lead up forward. He gets one from Hunt. He drops it in short. Will Hunt take it? He steadies and takes the mark on his chest. Hunt now right out on the forward pocket zone. He sees a lead coming in from the centre half-forward zone from Green. Green now lines up the goals and fires away. And what's he done? He's put it right through the centre. And that's the first goal on the board this quarter for St Kilda by Green. St Kilda 16-10, 106. Richmond 21-17, 143.
Well, it beats me. Tweeddale has been on the ground. He came on at three-quarter time to replace Green, and I cannot understand why Tweeddale wasn't brought on earlier, especially in that third quarter when Green was doing nothing, and they had a fresh player like Tweeddale who has been playing well since he's been on, sitting on the bench. Tweeddale gave that over to Green. Green burst his way through the pack, and that was a good goal by St Kilda, but I don't think it'll spur them on to do very, very much else today. As the ball's bouncing, Bond also is on there for St Kilda. Got it up to the flank again, and Tweeddale again coming into the play, but it's kicked off the ground by Patura, and it goes out of bounds right in front of the member stand here at the MCG, with Richmond running away from this game, winners easily here at the MCG today, especially in the second half. There's Walsh now with the ball onto his left foot, kicking it up towards the wing position. Saru there has tapped it the wrong way and straight to Edwards. In fact, I don't know what he's doing there. Edwards bounces the ball, kicks it high and long right into the 10-yard square. In front is Lachlan. He can screw it around with his left foot if he can get it to have a shot at goal here. Handballs it out to Roberts. Can Robert kick another goal for the Tigers? There he is, screwing around over his back. Not quite though, offline, one behind the result. Would have been Roberts' fifth goal, or sixth goal. I think he's already kicked 5, Roberts. Neville Roberts, been a good player for St Kilda, as Cowboy now brings the ball back into play. It's a nice long torpedo kick too, but in front there is Monteith. Can he take the market over the back? It's not a mark being paid there to Green, but he's going to receive the free kick. And Green it is. Russell Green for St Kilda will take the free kick. And the 15-metre penalty. Kicked their last goal by St Kilda's last goal, and there it is, but Walsh ducks in and takes the mark. He sees a short lead up here by Edwards. No, Monteith it is, and Monteith takes the mark right in the centre of the ground. He'll play on, looking for Walsh again. Walsh going well up from ground after taking the kick, and there's his kick, straight in the hands of Lachlan. Lachlan, who has already kicked 4 goals and been a fairly valuable player for Richmond at full forward, lining up to kick his second for the quarter and also his 5th for the match. 30 metres out, directly in front, nobody even on his mark, straight through the centre. Good goal by Lachlan. That's Richmond's 22nd goal, and they go now to 22-18, 150. St Kilda 16-10, 106.
A lot is said, Doug, about Hawthorn and Hudson, Matthews and Hendry being their goal scorers. But have a look at Richmond today. Roberts 5, Bartlett 5, Lachlan 5. Now, if that's not a pretty good combination, I don't know what is.
Well, it's good going in. I think they've been looking for a forward, Richmond, and Lachlan has fit into that position very well today. There's the bounce of the ball. Dittrich is up, and it's knocked down by nobody in particular, but it's going out towards Dittrich, is following the ball up now, ducks around over towards Young, has been right out of the game. He came into it in the first half, but been right out now. Now he's coming back into it, scooping up the ball, but it's Francis Burke. Everybody's on top of it. Nobody can pick the ball up. Finally, Keane gets one in the back, and he'll take the free kick at the half-back flank.
Keane it is. On the half-back flank for Richmond, he'll get a hand pass away. He gets it over. Oh, it wasn't a very good hand pass, though, and but Monteith's there for Richmond. He's able to swing the ball around towards the half-forward flank. They fly for it up there. Jess is in front, but it comes down towards Calry. He can't judge the flight of the ball, though, as Lofts hits it off the ground. Coming in there is Green. Green now bounces it once, runs around Monteith. Swings it out towards the centre half-forward zone, but chipping in there is Sheedy. Sheedy now, the hand pass over to Francis Burke. Burke up towards the half-forward flank, and they fly for it up there, and Jess does take the mark. Coming from behind, going right over the top of the pack and taking that mark. Jess now swinging it in towards the centre half-forward zone. Players go up there, no one can take the mark though. It comes down to Dittrich. Dittrich, a hand pass out to Milton Hall. Milton Hall across there to Hughes. Hughes kicking it up towards the centre half-forward position, and Hunt takes the mark for St Kilda. But what's happened is a play on. The ball must have been touched, and umpire Glenn James gives it to me. It's being held to him.
The crowd, I can't understand why the crowd would make they must realise it was touched for some reason, you know.
Anyway, it comes out to Francis Burke. Francis Burke tries to get it away, gets it over to Jenkinson. Jenkinson over to Monteith. Monteith now from the half-back flank position on the outer side of the ground, swings it in towards the centre. Jess again in front of the pack will take this mark, and he does so. Swings it around into the centre. There's Pachura waiting for it. Pachura now runs out of the centre of the ground. He's got players running down beside him, but he goes for the short pass and finds Lachlan. And Lachlan now has the opportunity for goal number 6. He's already kicked 5. Been quite a player in the full forward zone for Richmond. Lachlan it is. He's already kicked 2 in this quarter, actually. He runs in, fires away at goal. It's a long kick, but it's drifting away at the last moment. And through 4, 1 behind only. So Richmond now move on to 22-19, 151. And St Kilda 16-10, 106. Cowboy Neal now putting the ball into play. Up towards the centre of the ground, the mark is taken there by Saru. Saru up towards the centre half-forward zone, goes over the heads of everyone there and coming through strongly, though. Oh, look at the Tiger defence work well there as it comes over to Walsh. Walsh now fires it right down into the teeth of goal. Up goes Cloak, but it comes off the back to Rains. Can he get his move to it? No, he can't. It's through for 1 behind only. So Richmond now move on to 22-20, 152. To St Kilda 16-10, 106 at the 22.5-minute mark of this final quarter. And there's the kick-off up towards the half-back flank for St Kilda, but I think they're just about dead on their feet now as the ball comes out, and there comes Edwards streaming around for the Tigers, fires away at goal, and what's he done? He's missed. So it's 22-21, 153. St Kilda 16-10, 106. So the Saints now playing out time for their last game of the season.
There's a short pass by Cowboy Neal as he sees his teammate coming down there, and Lofts takes the mark on the half-back flank. Didn't get much distance with that, but he's found his teammate. There he kicks it out, looking for his teammate also in Saru, but coming through there is Wood, but it's tipped away from him by Young, and Young picks up the ball, fires it around there looking for Elliott, but it beats him over the boundary line, out of bounds on the half-back flank for Richmond. And Richmond have run right away with this game, especially in the last half. And in this last quarter, they've kicked some 7 goals in this last quarter. There's the ball thrown in. Dittrich over the back, taps it down, but it goes straight to Francis Burke. He'll take a long hand pass out there to Bartlett, and Bartlett has had a power kick today. Magnificent player. The crowd are right on his back. I can't see why. There's a ball kicked up there looking for Roberts. Milton Hall traps the ball, comes around on his right foot, kicks it long down towards the centre half forward, which is Francis Burke. Dittrich up over the back. Nobody can take the mark. Dittrich forcing his way through, so is Burke. And coming through there, it's a good play by Hughes. Hughes, a long handball over there looking for Bond, a new play on the ground for St Kilda, and he'll fire a long one in towards goal, but I think it's just a little bit offline. And through for
a goal.
Well, Paul Kelly sort of just went very haphazard at that. I thought well, it was offline, but there was a goal for St Kilda, a very belated one for the St Kilda side. 17-10, 112. Richmond 22-21, 153. Well, St Kilda have had those players sitting on the bench, and it's taken them a long time to bring the ball, bring them on to play. And I think that Richmond have got ahead of them during that stage, and now no way known they can get back now. There's the bounce of the ball. Cloak gets the tap down, but it goes to Green. And Green with a left foot kick up into the forward line. St Kilda player being held there by the as he goes for the ball, as Keane grabs the ball and brings it around onto the half-back flank there, looking for Walsh, and Walsh takes a mark in front. And a 15-metre penalty, I would think. Bond giving a 15-metre penalty as Walsh brings the ball over looking for Bartlett, and Bartlett again, he'll get a cheer from the crowd easy. Handballs over there to Cloak. Cloak handballs back there to Monteith. Monteith throws the ball out in front, he picks it up again. A long handball to nobody in particular. Finally, it's coming through there as Range gets one pushed in the back, but it's Milton Hall picks up the ball for St Kilda, but it's straight over to Brian Wood of Richmond. Richmond doing everything right now. Look at that, a pass to John Jess it is, and Jess takes a mark at the half-forward flank. Should score from here. Already kicked one goal for Richmond. Could this be the Richmond's 23rd goal on the board? He lines them up. It's a long kick up, but it's way offline. Nobody can take the mark except Cowboy Neal over the back, who takes a good mark, actually, Cowboy Neal. He'll play on, looking for a teammate, but there chipping in is Pachura, and Pachura, he'll have a shot for goal from here, unless there's somebody right out on his own, and Johnny Pachura already kicked one goal, which was in the first quarter, lining up the goals now. It's a nice long kick too. Look at that, a magnificent shot for goal by Johnny Pachura. Doing it easily, Richmond. That's their 23rd goal. 159, 23, 21, 159. St Kilda 17-10, 112, and we'll be playing 25 minutes into this final quarter.
Yes, we were saying at the beginning of the game, Doug, that this Richmond-St Kilda clash had certainly attracted a lot of people here today. It'd be interesting to find out what the actual attendance figures are, but there's certainly been a great crowd here to watch this game.
I think it'll be over 30,000.
Certainly would. As the ball goes down in the centre, Pachura comes out with it, but it's a free kick going St Kilda's way to be taken by Saru. Saru now from the centre circle. Sends it up towards the centre half forward zone. Players coming in hard there. In fact, two St Kilda players spoilt themselves, but the Tigers now breaking away from the centre there, and it's Tampany who's on, and replacing Malthouse. He gets a hand pass across over towards Wood. Wood, though, is collared by a St Kilda player, and what happens here? Free kick to Lofts. Lofts now from the wing on the outer side of the ground, looking for a lead up forward, but it's a high kick right up into the forward pocket zone, and a good mark is taken there by Elliott. Elliott now to swing that ball down to the forward pocket zone. He does so, but look who's there. Francis Burke, who just calmly knocks it over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in to take place in St Kilda's forward pocket. Coming to the closing stages of this game now, as we've been playing about 2 minutes of time on, and a free kick going to Cloak of Richmond from the back pocket. He hand passes over Sheedy's head and over to Walsh. Walsh bounces once, bounces twice. He's got no one in front of him whatsoever as he fires it up into the full forward zone, and a mark was taken right there. Oh, look at the play on by Lachlan. He fires away a goal, a left foot shot, and what's he done? He's put it right through the centre. And that's goal number 6 to Lachlan, receiving the congratulations of his teammates. And Richmond now move on to 24 goals, 21, 165. St Kilda 17-10, 112. Been a very good effort from Lachlan.
Yes, it has, especially early. He was well held. He kicked a couple early in the game, but then after that he was well held, but he's fought right back into this game now.
Down goes the ball in the centre once again as the ball comes down, but look at this, Pachura coming through for the Tigers. He sees a pass up in the forward zone, and there's the mark as taken by Roberts. Pachura dropping in short for the pass. He's got no one on him whatsoever, but Roberts is going to go for the big kick.
He's kicked 5 already, John, so this will be 2 players with 6 goals if he gets it.
Yep. Taking his time now. He runs in. That sees a short one over to Pachura, and Pachura will take the mark. Well, Pachura had been standing there by himself all of the time that Roberts was lining up that
You
goal.
called it about 45 seconds ago.
Yeah. And there's the siren to sound the end of the game. And Pachura comes in, lines up the goals and fires away. And it's right through the centre. Goal by Pachura after the bell. And the final score here at the MCG. Richmond 25-21. 171, St Kilda 17-10, 112.
South got up.
Oh, beauty. Well, if Carlton get beaten, South get in.
Well, Carlton got beat.